Hello, I'm Jack Stillwell, and I'm here to introduce the newest, freshest, the homiest program that's come down the pike since our stars first hit the National Barn Dance back in 1932. Because after 15 successful years on the National Barn Dance, where they endeared themselves to radio audiences from coast to coast, after 13 years with their own program on WLS Chicago, where they were sponsored every year, after more records played on jukeboxes and phonographs, motion pictures and personal appearances played in every state of the Union, Lulabelle and Scotty, yes, those perennial sweethearts of the airways, Lulabelle and Scotty now have their own transcribed radio program. Supported by their own musical crew, the Blue Ridge Riders, it's ready for your listening audience to hear 5 times a week. Now, on the other side of this disc, you'll hear a typical program from their new series, Breakfast in the Blue Ridge with Lulabelle and Scotty. You'll hear them singing the melodies that have made them the favorite folk song balladeers of a nation. You'll meet them in their home, a real home, down in the laurel-bedecked Blue Ridge country of North Carolina. You'll smell the ham and gravy and fried apples and high-raised buttermilk biscuits as these kids sit down across the table to join your listening audience for 15 minutes every day. But one swallow doesn't make a jug or a summer, nor does one program make a series. So we want Lulabelle and Scotty to tell you what they plan to do on these programs.
Well, to begin with, to make folks feel right at home.
That's right, Lulabelle. By way of introduction, folks, this is Lulabelle.
Well, howdy. Well, excuse me, Jack, for busting in this way, but I really meant what I said. During these programs, which we hope will go on and on and on, we want folks listening to your station to just drop in for a friendly visit every morning while we gab over our coffee and hot biscuits and grits and gravy. Now, I've heard tell that in some of the big cities, folks like this Jinx and Tex and Dorothy and Dick, and they all invite you to those listening folks for breakfast. But I hope they don't have any more fun than those places than we do down here in Spruce Pine, North Carolina. That's Scotty's hometown, you know.
Yes, sirree, that's right, Luler. Born and brung up right there.
Well, Scotty, just what do you folks plan to do on this series of breakfasts in the Blue Ridge? Give away orchids and kiss old ladies?
No, Jack, although when spring comes to the Carolinas, we might send out some azaleas. Pink azaleas, the kind found nowhere else in the country. And we'll send out some of the hundreds of songs that our listeners from coast to coast have been asking us to sing for them over the past few years.
And to say nothing of introducing them to some mighty interesting people. For instance, we expect from time to time to invite some singing and playing folks to be our guests for breakfast.
And if they get a load of your buttermilk biscuits, they'll be there, too, on the run.
Then we're extending an invitation to the winners of the 4-H entry at the International Livestock Show to be held in Chicago to be with us for our breakfast, too.
Yeah, and we just hope that he brings a good big chunk of that prize beefsteak with him, don't we?
Well, we'll provide the food, Lily.
And say, that brings up another point, Lulabelle. Can our listeners expect you to let them in on the secret of some of those famous Southern recipes you use at home?
Oh, sure, Jack. Why, just last summer I learned a new recipe for hush puppies. And I'm going to divulge the secret on one of these programs. And I hope to get some recipes from our listeners, too, and try them right here on my little old wood-burning cook stove.
And no doubt you will. Scotty, in the program on the other side of this little visit, you talk about a new community house for the village at Spruce Pine.
Yes, that's right. And as the program goes along, we expect to tell the folks about how that community house gets built. It's a project any community might be interested in, and we think our listeners will be interested in the kind of problems they might face every day.
Well, that sounds fine. Now, who's this Donald you mentioned in the program?
Oh, let me tell you about him. He's Donald Blanchard, and he's one of the Blue Ridge Riders and a star of the National Barn Dance, and he's a very funny fellow. We think you'll think so, too. When he gets loose among those Carolina mountains, he'll be dropping in for breakfast from time to time.
Sounds good.
But don't get the idea this is a comedy program. This is a series for home folks, the kind of folks we've found over the years enjoy our songs and enjoy a friendly visit with us over a cup of coffee in the morning.
Well, Lou and Scotty, there are millions of listeners who do enjoy just that, and who will be looking forward to your visit with them, brought to them by a local sponsor who's got the right idea about getting his message to a large, friendly audience which will be eager to hear what he has to say. And with that in mind, I'd like to point out that on the program, we've left an open end at the beginning and just before Lou and Scotty's feature number at the close for your sponsor's message. The program runs to time for an opening, closing, and tag announcement, if you prefer, for a total of 2.5 minutes. The opening works something like this. I come on and say, "Breakfast in the Blue Ridge with Lula Bell and Scotty." Your announcer says, brought to you by your local sponsor.
For it's morning in the Blue Ridge, here beside the lonesome pine. Yes, it's morning in the Blue Ridge, and deep within this heart of mine.
Good morning, good friends. Join us for a cheery, tuneful breakfast with Lula Bell and Scotty, your favorite sweethearts of the airways, in their comfortable, homey home that nestles in the laurels on the outskirts of the village of Spruce Pine, in North Carolina's beautiful wonderland, the Blue Ridge Mountains.
To a cozy nest that I love the best in my Blue Ridge Mountain home.
We'll join Lou and Scotty in just a moment. Now, here's a good friend with another invitation for you. Well, right here is where Mr. Sponsor tells that audience which has known and loved Lou and Scotty for so many years and who'll love any friend of theirs about his product. And what an audience he'll have. Just turn the record and see what we mean. Breakfast in the Blue Ridge with Lula Bell and Scotty.
Morning in the Blue Ridge, here beside the lonesome pine. Yes, it's morning in the Blue Ridge, and deep within this heart of mine.
Good morning, good friends. Join us now for a cheery, tuneful breakfast with Lula Bell and Scotty, your favorite sweethearts of the airways, in their comfortable home that nestles in the laurels on the outskirts of the village of Spruce Pine, in North Carolina's beautiful wonderland, the Blue Ridge Mountains.
To a cozy nest that I love the best, it's my Blue Ridge Mountain home.
We'll join Lou and Scotty in just a moment. Now, here's a good friend with another invitation for you. There's a bright silver haze rising toward the top of Grandfather Mountain, and the morning sun climbing over the ridge of the Smokies shines through the trees in Lou and Scotty's backyard, mottling the path that leads to the back porch with 1,000 shadowed designs. And as we walk toward the kitchen, from whence come the tempting odors of fried ham and apples, buttermilk, biscuits, and coffee, Lula Bell is singing as she works at the stove.
Oh, I once did have a charming beau. I loved him dear as life. I really thought the time would come when I would be his wife. His pockets, they were lined with silk, and oh, he made a mash. With diamond rings, a gold watch chain, and a charming black mustache. Oh, the little black mustache, charming black mustache. Oh, you must know how I lost my beau with the charming black mustache. He came to see me twice a week. He stayed till almost 3. He said he never loved a girl as well as he loved me. He said we'd live in grandest style, for oh, he'd lots of cash. And then he pressed upon my lips that darling black mustache. Oh, the little black mustache, charming black mustache. Oh, you must know how I lost my beau with the charming black mustache. And now in comes the sour old maid who owned her weight in gold. Oh, she wore false teeth and she wore false hair. She was 49 years old. And then he cruelly deserted me for that old maid's cash. And that is how I lost my beau with the charming black mustache. Now, girls, beware of my sad fate and do not be too rash. And keep away from stylish chaps who wear a black mustache. Oh, the little black mustache, charming black mustache. Now you have heard how I lost my beau with the charming black mustache.
Say, you sound right chipper this morning, Lily.
Oh, honey, you nearly scared me to death.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, I'm most starved to death.
Well, breakfast will be ready in a couple of minutes. Did you bring the butter up from the spring house?
Yep. Say, what's this in this bowl here, butter?
Now, listen, you just keep out of that, Scotty Wiseman. That's to be a cake for the box supper at the church on the ridge this evening.
Oh, that's right. Tonight's the first supper to raise money for the Mew Community House. That reminds me, I've got to see Frank Phillips today down at the sawmill about the lumber for that building.
Now, honey, if you go down there today, don't forget to ask him about some fence posts. Jed Laban's calf has been getting in our front yard again, something terrible.
Oh, I won't. Say, the Reverend Mr. Clinton asked us if we'd sing a song or two for his party.
Well, we always do. Land's sakes, you'd think folks would be tired of hearing us by now, wouldn't you?
Well, I guess it's just that they like the songs we do, Lula. You know, these folks never get tired of those songs. They've been singing them, and their grandpappers before them, and their grandpappers before that. But don't seem to be any of these newfangled musicians that can come up with anything better.
Yeah, that's right, honey. The last really new composer these folks took to was Stephen Foster. Present company accepted, of course.
Oh, no, I wouldn't say that. I don't know if
would.
you'd exactly call me a composer, Lily. I just sort of put to music some of the songs that seem to come natural from the folks in these mountains here.
Well, suppose you plunk one out on your banjo while I set the table. By that time, we'll be all ready to eat.
I can taste that ham and gravy now.
Now, listen, you just get away from that skillet and get to your banjo, kid.
When I was a little boy, my mammy kept me in. Now I'm gonna be a man, she won't do that again. Go little creek up for long, go little creek up for long, go little creek up for long, see that gal of mine. Yonder comes a pretty girl, I'll tell you how I know.
How can you tell?
Her head is full of golden curls, are hanging down so low. Go little creek up for long, go little creek up for long, go little creek up for long, see that gal of mine.
You're picking good this morning, honey.
One thing I would never do to trouble of her mind. We'll never, never quarrel about who's gonna sleep behind. Go little creek up for long, go little creek up for long, go little creek up for long, be that gal of mine.
Boy, you'll make a right smart hit tonight if you do that one for the folks. Well, you
Yes,
can start
sir.
right in now, honey. It's all ready.
Pass that ham over here.
Hello there, folks. Am I too late for a cup of coffee?
Why, Jack Stillwell, good morning. Good morning,
Hi,
boy.
Jack.
Good
Hi.
morning to you.
You're so late, I didn't think you were going to get here before we were through.
Oh, you know I wouldn't miss one of your breakfasts, Lure. Oh, boy, do those fried apples look good.
Well, help yourself, boy. Help
Well,
yourself.
thank you. I was slightly detained by Donald.
Oh, my. What's he up to now?
Well, he wanted to tell me all about his new job.
Another one?
Yeah, he's going to work for your friend Frank Phillips down at the sawmill. Guess Frank has an extra big job to get out in a hurry.
Yeah, well, he's sawing the wood for the new community house we Spruce Pine folks are building.
Guess you're going to the box supper tonight, huh, Jack?
Oh, I wouldn't miss it. You wouldn't be bringing 2 box suppers, would you, Lou?
You must have seen that cake batter in the kitchen, Lula.
Now, listen, don't you worry, Jack, because any supper that a Spruce Pine gal brings will satisfy your appetite. Fried chickens and apples dipped in sorghum and cinnamon cake and all that.
Pass me some more biscuits. I can't wait.
Ah, you will, though.
This community house quite a project, isn't it, Scotty?
Yes, it's something we've looked forward to for a long time. You see, the church on the ridge was the first community building built in the Spruce Pine vicinity. Originally, it was an old log church. That was a long time ago, well before my time or my pappy's. Then, quite a few years back, a frame church was built. A few years ago, it was improved again.
I remember when we had a box supper to raise money for that. Boy, did Scotty ever bid for my supper that night.
Well, if your cooking was as good then as it is now.
That wasn't the reason. We were courting.
Oh.
And that makes a difference,
Yeah.
you know.
Oh, these suppers are quite a romantical event around here, Jack. Good place for a man to check up on his future's cooking.
Oh, we've had some mighty good times in that church. Quilting bees and pie suppers. You see, with more folks moving to the Blue Ridge country and families growing all the time, Got so nobody had a house big enough for play parties, so when folks got together, they had to use the church.
Yes, it's been the gathering place for a good many years. Even held school back there in the early days.
Yeah, Scotty's pappy taught there, Jack.
Is that
Yeah.
so?
That's right. That's where I got my first 3 R's. But now, with so many young folks back after the war and all, Spruce Pine needs another community center.
Boy, it sure does. Why, the last square dance we had at the Colby's big house, there were so many folks there that we hardly had room to promenade.
That's so. Well, that church certainly has a lovely setting, right up there on the top of the ridge. Look at it now. The sun shining on its spire like a spotlight on a picture, framed by those tall, sturdy trees.
From the top of that ridge pole, the rainwaters and melted snow from one side flow eastward to the Atlantic. From the other side, westward to the Gulf of Mexico. Sort of gives it an all-over horizon, you might say. Seems mighty fitting for a church.
And when it was first built by the Blue Ridge pioneers, it was put way up there on that ridge to get as close to God as man on earth could hope to be.
In just a moment, Lulabelle and Scotty will be back to sing a fine old camp meeting song that might have been inspired by the church on the ridge. But first, here's a right good friend of yours.
There's a church in the valley by the wildwood, no lovelier place in the dale. No spot is so dear to my childhood as the little brown church in the vale. Oh, come to the church in the wildwood. Oh, come to the church in the dale. No spot is so dear to my childhood as the little brown church in the dale. How sweet on a clear Sabbath morning to listen to the clear ringing bell. Its tones so sweetly are calling, oh, come to the church in the dell. Oh, come to the church in the wildwood. Oh, come to the church in the dale. No spot is so dear to my childhood as the little brown church in the dale.
Oh, that was grand, kids, really.
Well, Luller, time to do the dishes.
Yep, see you right soon, folks. When it's morning in the Blue Ridge, here beside the lonesome pine. Yes, it's morning in the Blue Ridge, and deep within this heart of mine.
Friends, we sure hope you'll be with us again when we're all invited by your favorite sweethearts of the airways, Lulabelle and Scotty, to join them and the Blue Ridge Riders for Breakfast in the Blue Ridge. Ridge with Lulabelle and Scotty.
For it's morning in the Blue Ridge, here beside the lonesome pine. Yes, it's morning in the Blue Ridge, and deep within this heart of mine.
Good morning, good friends. Join us once again for a breakfast visit with those two favorite sweethearts of the airways, Lulabelle and Scotty, in their scarlet home among the laurels in America's scenic wonderland, the Blue Ridge Mountains.
To a cozy nest that I love the best, it's my Blue Ridge Mountain home.
We'll step into Lou and Scotty's kitchen just as soon as we hear from a good friend of yours. There's a smile on the face of Grandfather Mountain this morning as he basks in the warm sunshine that streams over his craggy face. And in the kitchen of the Wiseman home, Mr. W. is smiling, too, as who wouldn't be if his wife was fixing ham and eggs, country style, with buttermilk biscuits and fragrant coffee.
It looks like there's going to be eating high off the hog around here this morning.
Well, nothing but the finest for my old man, as Grandma used to say.
What's that simmering on the back of the stove? Smells mighty inviting.
Now, that's cooking there for supper. Now, ham and eggs and biscuits will have to hold you for breakfast. That's for supper.
Ham and greens. See, that's a mouth-watering combination. No man could almost sing a song about that.
If I know one certain man, he not only can, but he will. You've got time, too, before the ham gets brown, so go ahead.
Well, let's see. Get my vanger and serenade those good old turnip greens.
Can I help you?
Sure. Now, some folks like their caviar and some their squab on toast. But let me tell you about a dish I've always liked the most. For when it comes to eating, that's fit for kings and queens. There ain't no fancy victual as good as turnip greens. Turnip greens, good old turnip greens. Corn-fed, buttermilk, and good old turnip greens.
I had a dream the other night. I dreamed that I could fly. I flopped my wings like a buzzard, and I flew up to the sky. At the gate I met St. Peter. He asked me in to eat. He sent me down to supper, and this is what we eat.
Turnip greens, good old turnip greens. Corn-fed, buttermilk, and good old turnip greens. St. Peter said from these here hills he'd only had one man, and he could hardly live up there in that golden happy land. Didn't care for chicken pie and neither milk nor cream. His whole heart just seemed to crave them good old turnip greens. Turnip greens, good old turnip greens. Corn-fed, buttermilk, and good old turnip greens.
That's what I like to hear. Good, clear, ringing voices with a good, clear, ringing song first thing in the morning.
Well, hello, Jack. Hi.
Good morning, Jack.
Morning to you all. Say, am I to take it we're having turnip greens for breakfast?
Oh, no, we've got ham and eggs for breakfast.
Oh.
I'm just cooking up a mess of greens for supper, and Scotty got so overcome by their fragrance that he started serenading them.
Well, I don't blame him a bit. But how about you serenading something, young lady? It's been much too long since I've heard the dulcet strains of your lilting mezzo contralto. Thick with an obligato here.
I swear that man can think up more ways of using words to ask a gal to sing. That is what he meant, wasn't it, honey?
I expect that was a general idea. all
Certainly
right.
was. And here's your guitar. What's it going to be?
Well, let's see. How about a good old mountain song? Here's one written about the Smokies.
Oh, that's a fine idea. And it brings me to something I've been meaning to ask about for quite a spell. Will, too, right after you sing.
All right. On top of old Smoky, all covered with snow, I lost my true lover by courting too slow. Courting's a pleasure, parting is grief, but a false-hearted lover is worse than a thief. A thief can but rob you and take what you have, but a false-hearted lover will take you to your grave. They will tell you they love you to give your heart in, but as soon as your back's turned, they'll court whom they please. I'll go up on old Smoky, the mountain so high, where the wild birds and the turtle doves can hear my sad cry. As sure as the dewdrops fall on the green corn, last night he was with me, but tonight he is gone. On top of old Smoky, all covered with snow, I lost my true lover Jack.
Oh, yes, and I liked it, too. Now, ma'am, let me help you to a portion of these wonderful appearing ham and eggs. Here you are.
Well, I'll just take some of that, thank you. Now, that's what I call service.
Yeah. Well, now, you just sit and catch up. I want to ask you, Scotty, how did these Blue Ridge Mountains get such picturesque names?
Well, let's see. Various ways, I guess, Jack. Grandfather Mountain back here was so named because it really looks like the face of an old man with a beard.
Yes, I gathered that, but what about some of the others? Mitchell, for instance.
Mount Mitchell?
Yeah.
Well, Mitchell, like most of the other peaks hereabouts, was named after a personality. Originally, it was known as Black Dome over here in the Black Mountains, but nearly 100 years ago, Professor Mitchell came out this way to measure the height of the mountain. He established Black Dome as the highest mountain in all these parts. So they named it after him, Mount Mitchell.
Scotty, tell Jack about Bailey's Peak. That's a really romantic story.
Yes.
I like that one.
Yes, it is. It's almost another John Alden and Priscilla story, except that the principals are named John Bailey and Ruthie Ellis. It seems that among the first settlers that came to the Toe River Valley was Miss Ellis and her sister. Her sister died on the journey, leaving 3 orphan children, and Ruthie took them to raise.
She was a real pioneer. With the help of some of the other homesteaders, she put up a house and started in for herself, 10 miles from her nearest neighbor.
No. John Bailey of the Baileys over here at Bowditch was quite smitten with Ruthie. A single man and a very bashful one. He used to walk about 12 miles from his home to the pointed mountain at the bend of the North Toe, just to look down at the cleared space among the thickets where the girl had made her home.
He was so shy, bless his heart. He used to leave a brace of wild turkeys or half a venison on her doorstep, but he never spoke to her.
Well,
He was really shy.
finally, though, he did get around to that. And she was quite favored with him, too, so they were married. But all during his long-distance courting, John Bailey had spent so much time on that pointed mountain that the folks finally gave it his name. That's how it's known today, Bailey's Peak.
Well, now that is a charming story. You know, it ought to be written up in a book sometime.
Oh, it has.
Yeah?
And very nicely, too, by Muriel Shepherd of Spruce Pine in her book Cabin in the Wall.
Yes.
Yes, but somehow being immortalized on the printed page seems kind of insignificant when a mountain stands as a man's testimonial. That's the right permanent monument.
Here's a lovely mountain song, Mockingbird Valley, that Lulabelle and Scotty will sing for us right after we hear from a good friend of yours back home.
Mockingbird Valley, little Mockingbird Valley, where the sweet forget-me-nots and the honeysuckles are in bloom. Memories of childhood and a cabin in the wildwood are calling me to come to the valley neath the silvery moon. And if life could only be a book, I'd find a shady nook and turn the pages back to the valley of my dreams where the mockingbird sings and that little old tumble-down shack. Mockingbird Valley, little Mockingbird Valley, let me wander back again to the happy days of long ago. In my dreams I see a trail a-winding through a valley once so dear to me.
And my weary heart is ever pining for the place I long to be.
Mockingbird Valley, little Mockingbird Valley, where the sweet forget-me-nots and the honeysuckles are in bloom. Memories of childhood and a cabin in the wildwood are calling me to come to the valley neath the silvery moon. And if life could only be a book, I'd find a shady nook and
Breakfast in the Blue Ridge with Lulabelle and Scotty.
oh,
morning in the Blue Ridge, here beside the lonesome pine. Yes, it's morning in the Blue Ridge, and deep within this heart of mine.
Good morning, good friends. It's breakfast time with Lulabelle and Scotty, your favorite sweethearts of the airway. Join them for a happy, tuneful visit in the kitchen of their North Carolina home near the village of Spruce Pine in the heart of that scenic wonderland, the Blue Ridge.
To a cozy nest that I love the best, it's my Blue Ridge mountain home.
We'll drop in on Lou and Scotty right after we hear briefly from a good friend of yours. There seems to be a twinkle in the eye of the old fellow who's known in these parts as Grandfather Mountain, or maybe it's just the sun's reflection on his face. He appears to be looking in the direction of the Wiseman kitchen, where usually at this time preparations for breakfast are being made. But not this morning, for Mrs. Lulabelle Wiseman is sitting at the table, pencil, not skillet, in hand.
And that's all I know about the meat.
Hey, Lily, how come breakfast ain't ready?
What? Oh, I'm sorry, honey. I'll fix you some eggs right now. Just a minute.
What in the world are you doing, anyhow?
Nothing.
Well, you were sure busy enough about it. Now, what's this paper here, the Newt?
Oh, honey, that's my paper for the club meeting this afternoon.
The Newt, a scientific discussion prepared for the Tow Valley Literary 500 and Sewing Club by Mrs. Lulabelle Wiseman. Sounds right impressive.
Now, don't you be fooling around with that, honey. I'm not quite finished with it now.
Well, let's knock off here while breakfast is cooking long enough to sing a song. We'll see if the old banjo's in tune here.
Is it? That's pretty good. You start it off, honey, and I'll join in with you.
Way down in Columbus, Georgia, oh, to be back in Tennessee. Way down in Columbus, Georgia, friends have turned their back on me. Go and leave me if you wish to. Never let me cross your mind. In your heart, you love another. Leave me, darling, I don't mind.
Many a night with you I've rambled. Many an hour I've spent with you. Thought I'd won your heart forever. Now you leave me feeling blue. Go and leave me if you wish to. Never let me cross your mind. In your heart you love another. Leave me, darling, I don't mind. Leave me, darling, I don't mind.
George, I'll tell you, I'm glad I don't have to belong to any literary society.
Why, what do you mean?
Well, when men get together to be sociable, they pitch horseshoes or bowl or play cards or something where conversation is practically cut out. But you gals would rather chatter than eat.
Well, what's the good of having a sociable gathering if you can't visit? You men, it wouldn't make any difference to you the way you carry on who was at the party.
And with you women, the important thing is who isn't at the party so you can talk about it.
Now, honey, that isn't
Anybody
so.
get into this scuffle?
Good morning, Jack.
Come on in. Come on in, to you.
Come on in.
Oh, it looks like I'm early for a change.
Well, Lula here's been so busy with her literary work this morning, she couldn't get around to cooking breakfast.
Well, you
I
could do
could
with
go
a
down to
little
White
literary-
Swan Restaurant.
No, it's perfectly all right. You just sit down and I'll have some breakfast for you in a few minutes.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll just watch those eggs are frying in the skillet, and you grab your guitar lure and sing us a song. How about that?
Well, I guess you do make a pretty fair deal, Mr. Stillwell. I'll tell you what. Seeing as how Scotty thinks so much of our literary society, I'll just sing this song for him. If you're whistling 'cause you're happy, be very careful, Taffy. No telling just what a whistler's mother-in-law will do. Although many's around the kitchen attending to her sitting. There's Granny behind the door, keeping an eye on you. She's got a direct suspicion you aimed to do some fishing. Your whistling, I declare, gave it away for sure. But I reckon you might have known it, might just as well postpone it, 'cause you ain't a-going nowhere except on a lecture tour. Joan, that's what you'll be calling. Hurry up and hold that car. Doggone, I bet she's only stalling. That old lady's up to something, sure as you're born. Just listen to Granny cackle. She found your fish and tackle. I'll whistle for all your plans now for the good they'll do. Look at Granny, she's got the flivver. She's heading for the river. Well, isn't that like a man's mother-in-law for you? John, oh, John, that's what you'll be calling. Hurry up and hold that car. Doggone, I bet she's only stalling. That old lady's up to something, sure as you're born. Just listen to Granny cackle. She found your fish and tackle. I'll whistle for all your plans, for all the good they'll do. Look at Granny, she's got the flivver. She's heading for the river. Well, isn't that like a man's mother-in-law for you?
Well, very nicely done, Mrs. W., and here is your reward.
Thank you, sir.
A newt is one of various small aquatic salamander-like amphibians.
Now, Scotty, you give that to me. That isn't
Now, wait,
fair.
what in the world is that?
Yeah, Lula, what is all this?
Well, it's my paper for the literary club. After all, if Mrs. Ferguson can talk about moles, I can talk about newts.
Well, let's hear what you have to say about him.
Yeah,
Oh,
sure.
no.
Come on, read the paper.
Come on, read it for us.
Be good practice for you.
Well, all right. The newt. The newt is one of small, various aquatic salamander-like amphibians. There is a mottled newt and the plain or web-footed newt. Although never having seen a newt in person, the picture in the dictionary did not look very attractive. In fact, you might almost say revolting.
So I didn't.
What? Being a salamander-like amphibian, the newt slinks.
What was that?
Slink. Going further into the study of this interesting creature, I looked up salamander and found that they are lizard-like amphibians who are supposed to be able to live in a fire. Also, there is a skillet of the same name, but this does not have anything to do with the newt.
It might have something to do with getting breakfast.
Oh, quiet. I also studied further to learn about amphibians, which, as you may not think, are not just boats that can go on land like used during the war, but are also a class of vertebrates whose young have gills and are fish-like, and which have a skull with two occidental condyles and a paraphenoid.
Oh, hold up there a minute. Wait a minute. What was all that again?
I ain't going to read that all over again, but I can hardly wait to read it before the girls. That's certainly as highfalutin as Mrs. Ferguson's talk, I'll tell you that much.
Lula, where did you pick up this astounding store of information?
Yeah.
Why, from the dictionary, and it's all true, too.
I never could get interested in that book.
What, the dictionary? Why, it's the greatest storehouse of learning I know of. What have you got against the dictionary?
It changes the subject on every line.
We're going to get Lulabelle into something she's a little more familiar with right after we hear from your friend back home. For she's going to join Scotty to sing his lovely song, Twilight is Stealing.
Born on the night wind come to me, bringing some message over the sea, steering my pathway while here I roam, seeking that far-off home. Voices of loved ones, songs of the past, still linger on me while life shall last. Lonely I wander, sadly I roam, seeking that far-off home. Far away beyond the starlit sky, where the love light never, never dies. Dreamless a mansion filled with delight, sweet happy home so bright.
Oh, that's really a grand song, Scotty and Lou.
Well, thank you. Hey, let's get out of here.
Yeah, let's do. See you right soon, folks.
Join your favorite sweethearts of the airways, Bell and Scotty and the Blue Ridge Riders again real soon. Jack Stillwell inviting you to join them all for Breakfast in the Blue Ridge. Breakfast in the Blue Ridge with Lula Bell and Scotty. Good morning, good friends. Once again, let's join those favorite sweethearts of the airways, Lula Bell and Scotty, in their silent home near Spruce Pine, the heart of America's scenic wonderland, the Blue Ridge Mountains.
To a cozy nest that I love the best. It's my Blue Ridge Mountain home.
We'll look in on Lula Bell and Scotty right after we hear something mighty important from a friend of yours. Home, letting us know that not only are Lou and Scotty in the kitchen, but that it's just about time to put breakfast on the table. Yes, sir, it's being dished up right now to the accompaniment of a song.
I've got a dog named Rover. Here, Rover, come Rover. He roams around all over, just home 3 times a day. I'll bet he hears me whistling while the neighbors are listening. What do you mean you lost your dog? I can hear the people say. Has anybody here seen Rover? I'm looking for him all over. He's a hunter's dog, all right. He keeps me hunting day and night. This is what I worry over. Say, who put the roving Rover? My whistle's getting dry. It seems as if I hear that mongrel whine. I should worry like a tree and have somebody trimming me. Where's that doggone dog of mine?
I'm looking around all over. Here, Rover, come, Rover. I got him up in Dover, 100 miles away. Wait till he comes, I'll chain him. I'll bring him, I'll train him. What do you mean you lost your dog again? I hear them say. Has anybody here seen Rover? I'm looking for him all over. He's a hunter's dog, all right. Keeps me hunting day and night. This is what I worry over. Hey, who put the robe in, Rover? My whistle's getting dry. Seems that I can hear that mongrel whine. Woo, woo. I should worry like a hen and scratch all day without a pen. Where's that doggone dog of mine? Crazy song.
Yeah, granny, that just put the edge on my appetite. What's these, Lou?
Well, everything's ready. Hey, it looks like Jack's going to miss out on breakfast this morning.
Yeah, you better keep the riddle hot, though. He'll be along.
I know he won't want to miss out on buttermilk pancakes.
Well, I don't blame him. Pass me them glasses, yeah?
Here you are, Sugarfoot.
I smell hotcakes cooking, by gum.
There he is. Good morning, Jack.
Good morning, Dave.
He's got somebody with him. Got company.
Well, that bird, it's Don White.
Well, good morning. Why, Don, what in the world are you doing way down here in the Blue Ridge?
Well, I had to come down to Asheville, Lula, and I couldn't get this close without dropping in on the Wisemans to say hello.
Well, gee, that's nice.
Yeah, we're mighty glad to see you. Sit down here and Lula will fix you up with some griddle cake.
Well, now, I'll tell you, Scotty, I've been praising Lula's cooking to the skies, but Don said what he'd like is to hear her sing.
Oh, I don't
Oh, well, maybe we can fix it so you'll both be satisfied.
Well, that's just what I thought. So, Lou, if you'll get your guitar and do a song, I'll preside over the griddle.
Well, you're a pretty fast man with a flipper, so I'll just do it. Usually I just sing this song for Scotty, but seeing Don White's here and looking so pretty and all, I just sing it for him, too.
Gosh, all this and hot cakes, too.
Oh, well, I'm going to... Here it is. Somebody's tall and handsome. Somebody's brave and true. Somebody's hair is very dark. Somebody's eyes are blue. Somebody's coming to see me. Somebody came last night. Somebody asked me to marry him. Of course I said all right. Oodle-dee-dee, oodle-dee-dee-lo, oodle-dee-dee, oodle-dee-dee-lo, oodle-dee-dee-lo. There's something on my finger. I'll bet that you can't guess. It was given to me on a moonlight night, the night that I answered yes. There's going to be a wedding. It's going to be this spring. You'll hear the organ play. You'll hear all the people sing. Oodle-dee-dee, oodle-dee-dee-day, oodle-dee-dee, oodle-dee-lo, oodle-dee-dee, oodle-dee, oodle-lo, oodle-dee-dee, oodle-dee-dee-day, oodle-dee-dee, oodle-dee-lo, oodle-dee. There it is.
Now, I do feel flattered. Yeah, it's nice. Hey, Don, you come from the West, don't you? Well, yes, I've spent a mighty time out on the ranges, but originally I come from these parts, West Virginia.
Oh, I knew there was something I admired about that man.
Well, Don, I thought you were a real Western cowboy.
Well, Sir Jack, these days it's pretty hard to pin anybody down anywhere. It ain't like the old days when you had to travel by horse wagon. Now you can be a Californian in the morning and a New Yorker by supper.
You're right, Don. But you know, you have made quite a collection of real Western songs, haven't you?
Yes, my hobby has sort of been reading up on Western lore and learning the songs of that part of the country. Well, what's the matter with us hearing one of them?
Well, let him get right on.
Well, if you'll lend me the loan of that guitar over yonder, I'll warble a bit for you.
Yeah, and partner, we'd like something as Western as a Kansas City steak that's been cut from a Texas longhorn.
Well, how about this? Whoopie-tie-oh, get along, little doggies. It's your misfortune and none of my own. Whoopie-tie-oh, get along, little doggies. For you know Wyoming will be your new home. As I was walking one morning for pleasure, I spied a cowpuncher a-riding along. His hat was throwed back and his spurs was jingling, and as he approached he was singing this song. Whoopie-tie-oh, get along, little doggy. It's your misfortune and none of my own. Whoopie-tie-oh, get along, little doggy. For you know Wyoming will be your new home. Early in the morning we round up the dogies. Mark 'em and brand 'em and bob off their tails. Round up the horses, load up the chuck's wagon, then throw the dogies up on the long trail. Hoopie-tie-I-O, get along, little dogies. It's your misfortune and none of my own. Hoopie-tie-I-O, get along, little dogies, for you know Wyoming will be your new home.
Say, that's my idea. You sing it.
Really it is.
That's pretty.
I expect you found the same thing true out west as you do here in the mountains. The folks somehow manage to get real enjoyment out of the work, huh? I'll say. Take the cowpokes that ride herd on cattle over the range all spring, and then come into Cheyenne or head west for Salinas to take part in a rodeo. And believe me, rodeo riding is really hard work.
Yeah, but you know, those boys don't seem to think so. At least the ones I've seen all seem to be getting their enjoys out of their riding and roping.
Molasses cooking, the log rolling, the roping, the branding, for that matter, it's really hard work. But when you make a kind of a game out of it, why, it don't seem like work at all. I guess that's part of the secret of why folks in these parts around here seem to get so much more out of life.
Maybe it's one reason they all seem to live a lot longer, too.
In a moment after we hear from that friend of yours back home, Lulabelle and Scotty sing another of their ever popular love songs, Please Think of Me.
Please think of me whenever you're lonely. Whenever you're lonely, please think of me while I'm away. I dream of you only. I dream of you only while I'm away. No other one can make me happy, can make me happy as you, my love. When you feel blue, for someone to love you, for someone to love you, please think of me. Please think of me whenever you're lonely. Whenever you're lonely, please think of me while I'm away. I'll dream of you only. I'll dream of you only while I'm away. No other one can make me happy, can make me happy as you, my love. When you feel blue, for someone to love you, for someone to love you, please think of me.
Oh, I'll put in my request for that one again, kids.
Well, thank you. Don White, awful nice having you with us this morning.
It sure was. Come back again real soon. And you too, folks.
Don't forget your next date with Lulabelle and Scotty and the Blue Ridge Riders when it's time for Breakfast in the Blue Ridge. Breakfast in the Blue Ridge with Lulabelle and Scotty. Good morning, good friends. It's that time of day when we join those favorite sweethearts of the airways, Lulabelle and Scotty, in the kitchen of their spruce pine home that nestles at the foot of Grandfather Mountain in the scenic wonderland of the Blue Ridge.
To a cozy place that I love the best. It's my Blue Ridge mountain home.
Lou and Scotty will be waiting for us just as soon as we hear from a friend of yours. Here in the Blue Ridge, where all the world looks lovely the year round, there's a sparkle in the air this fine morning. And in the kitchen of the Wiseman home, there's a gleam in the eye of Mrs. Lulabelle as she looks at Mr. Scotty.
Scotty, why don't you get up out of that chair and set the table? You're the laziest sitter this morning.
Ain't no hurry, is there? Why, you haven't even put the eggs on the fry yet.
Listen, that takes about 2 minutes. I sworn to goodness, you mountain men are as lazy as your old hound dog.
Now, let's...
Except when you're all hunting. I think they get it from you.
Well, you know what we say in this part of the country. I'd rather go up a mountain than come down it.
Sounds more like more work. How come?
Well, you can't hurry going up a mountain. But sometimes coming down, you have to.
Oh, I declare, that sounds just like you. Why, if I didn't have any more gumption than that...
Now, wait a minute, Luna. Now, just settle down a minute. Relax. Sing a song or something, you know. The trouble with this world today is that everybody's in such a hurry to get ahead of the other fella. They keep running all over each other. Come on now, settle down and sing us a little tune.
Well, all right. This is a good song for you. One of the things you do best.
What?
Race. In a cool shady nook by the side of the brook, 2 fair maidens were fishing one day. They talked as they fished, and the younger girl wished for a sweetheart she never had known. The other girl said with a toss of her head, "Cheer up, you've no cause to be blue. The time is not yet, for I love you, my pet, and there's somebody waiting for you. Somewhere, somebody's waiting for you, Somewhere, somebody's waiting whose smile is true. Sometime you'll love somebody who'll love you too. Somewhere, somebody's waiting for you. Then a youth passing by heard the maiden reply, and he joined in their chat half for fun. He said, "It is true, somebody's waiting for you, and I wish that I might be that one." She paused for a while, then she said with a smile, "Yes, it may be the one, it is true. But if you are wrong, you won't worry long, for there's somebody waiting there. Somebody's waiting for you. Somewhere, somebody's waiting whose smile is true. Sometime you'll love somebody who loves you too. Somewhere, somebody's waiting for you. You remember the words so good as I used to that one.
Well, that's really something, though. Now I'll set the table and you put on the eggs, huh?
I sort of feel better myself. Oh, I believe I hear Jack coming up the back steps. It must be him.
Yeah, I'll go let him in.
Yeah, it is.
Good morning, Jack.
Well, good morning. Morning, Miss W.
Hi, you, Mr. Jack. I'll have breakfast ready in a jiffy, now that I've got my lazy husband to set my table.
Well, here, let me help you, Scotty.
You know, Jack, that Scotty is the pokiest man in these parts.
Oh, now, Lou, now, you can't tell me that Scotty's lazy.
Well,
You know, up north, they always berate the southerner for his traditional laziness, but I just don't believe it's so.
Now, you're right there, Jack. You sure had a mouthful, son. You see, these Southerners just know how to relax. Southerners, he don't knock himself out every minute of the day when there ain't no reason for it.
you don't, I'll say that.
But when it comes to doing, he can do. Just take old John Henry, for instance.
John Henry. Oh, you mean that steel-driving man?
That's the one.
I always thought John Henry was a legendary character, like Paul Bunyan up in the North Woods.
Oh, no, he was real, all right. But, honey, now, look, don't you go comparing yourself to John Henry, for heaven's sake.
Oh, I didn't aim to. He was too much of a man for me.
Let's see, didn't he drive spikes on a railroad?
Well, that's the popular idea about him. I believe one version of the song story about him has him driving spikes, but the true story is John Henry was a steel driver who hammered steel drill into a rock.
It was on the old Georgia Central Railroad, wasn't it?
That's right. It's now part of the C&O. And digging the big dam tunnel through the Allegheny Mountains, John Henry made his greatest claim to fame.
Well, how's that, Scotty?
Well, it seems they had to dig this tunnel through solid rock, and John Henry was the most powerful hammer wielder they had. Nobody seems to know how much that hammer weighs, but he could swing it more times to a minute than any other driller they had on the line.
Jack, they say that when he swung that hammer around his head, the sunlight on it made a rainbow all around his shoulders.
Well, what do you know?
Wonder if it's true.
Seems his boss had somebody coming down to demonstrate one of the newfangled steam drills that was supposed to save so many hours of work. Then the boss bet that John Henry could beat the steam drill with his hammer. He did it, too, and then laid down and died.
And the story goes that his little old wife started right in where John Henry stopped, driving steel like a man. Polly goes steel like a man.
Oh, sir, you know that story?
No, that's about all I know of it. I've heard Daddy sing it. He knows it, don't you, honey?
Well, let's
He knows
hear it.
everything,
Let's
don't
hear
you?
it. Let's see now. John Henry. John Henry was a little tiny boy, sitting on his mammy's knee. He picked up a hammer and a little piece of steel. Said, hammer will be the death of me. Hammer will be the death of me. John Henry told his captain, I ain't nothing but a man. Before I would let that old steambill beat me down, die with my hammer in my hand. Die with my hammer in my hand. I'm a field out there. First go around, the steambill beat him down. Second go around, they died. Last go around, John Henry beat him down. Laid down his hammer and he died. Laid down his hammer and he died. John Henry had a pretty little wife. Her name was Polly Ann. On that day that old John Henry dropped dead, Polly hammered steel like a man. Polly hammered steel like a man.
Well, now, that's quite a story about quite a man.
Yeah, he must have had a wife that fed him pretty good, too, to be that strong.
Oh, the Teddy. Oh, golly. You know, I got so interested in John Henry, I forgot to put on the eggs. But I'll have breakfast in just a minute, honey. Now, you all
Here's a lovely old song that Lulabelle and Scotty have been asked to sing again and again. So they're going to do it just for you right after this announcement. Snow Day.
My pretty snow dear, say you will grow dear. From the side I'll never part. Every trail leads to your heart. It's time to marry, no time to tarry. Let me carry you from here, my sweet snow dear. Sweet snow dear mine, the moon shines through the pines while Mohawk sleep. Let us creep through the veil, your cowboy lover, your heart will cover. Don't hesitate, it is late, ponies wait for you and me by the tree in the vale. The tom-toms do. Let's hit the trail, my pretty snow dear. Where you will go, dear. From the side I'll never part. Every trail leads to your heart. It's time to marry, no time to tarry. Let me carry you from here, my sweet snow dear. Wow,
That's a little mouthful, too, the little Indian song.
Pretty one, too, kid.
Thank you very much.
Well, thank you, Jack. Thanks. We got to be getting out of here.
Yeah, we got to eat now, I guess, this morning. See you out soon, folks. Then it's morning in the Blue Ridge, here beside the lonesome pine. Then it's morning in the Blue Ridge, and deep within this heart of mine.
Now, don't forget your date to join those favorite sweethearts of the airways, Lulabelle and Scotty, with the Blue Ridge Riders and yours truly, Jack Stillwell, when next it's time for Breakfast in the Blue Ridge.
Breakfast in the Blue Ridge with Lulabelle and Scotty.
For it's morning in the Blue Ridge, here beside the lonesome pine. Yes, it's morning in the Blue Ridge, and deep within this heart of mine.
Good morning, good friends. Once again, we join your favorite sweethearts of the airways, Lulabelle and Scotty, for breakfast in their home that nestles in the laurels in that lovely mountain wonderland, the Blue Ridge.
To a cozy nest that I love the best, it's my Blue Ridge mountain home.
We'll join Lou and Scotty right after we hear an important message from a good friend of yours. At this time of morning, there need be no lamp lit in Lou and Scotty's kitchen, for the sun streams over the eastern mountain ridge, up Toe River Valley, and in through the big window. And at the big cook stove, Mrs. Wiseman is tempting her hungry husband with the fragrant and delicious odors of her cooking.
Hey, Lily, what are you cooking for breakfast this morning, gal? Sure smells mighty tempting.
Well, now, you just wait and see, honey. I got a surprise for you.
Ah, come on. Couldn't you give a fella a little bit of a hint?
No, it ain't nobody's business, much less yours. Nobody's business, nobody's business.
All right for you, Mrs. Lulabelle. Secrets from your husband, Wiseman. Nobody's business.
Well, the folks all talk till they drive me crazy. They say Scotty's trifling lazy. Nobody's business but our own.
The gals all say that Lily's been flirting, but if she has, there's one thing certain. It's
Nobody's business but my own. Nobody's business, nobody's business, nobody's business but we do. Nobody's business, nobody's business, nobody's business but our own.
If I work all week and make a little money and spend it all on my little old honey, it's
Nobody's business but our own. And if I go dressed like a gal in riches and he wears a patch on the seat of his breeches, why, it's nobody's business but our own. Nobody's business, nobody's business what we do. Nobody's business, nobody's business but our own.
If I eat breakfast in my bed, pick a big seat and cold cornbread, it's nobody's business but my own.
And if you stretch your neck a mile to see that gal in the latest style,
It ain't none of your business.
oh, yes, it's some of my business.
Well, I'm sorry, honey.
Well, it's okay, buddy.
It's nobody's business but our own. I got out of that. Say, I'll bet I can guess what you got in that oven there, too, gal.
Oh, you think you're smart, do you?
Mm-hmm. It's popover.
Oh, Scotty, you've got a nose like a hound dog. Now you've gone and spoiled my surprise.
Oh, no, the surprise is going to be seeing how the popovers turn out.
Oh, now don't you worry about that.
Well, I've got a little surprise for you, too, honey bunch.
You have? Oh, guys, tell me your business. Come on, tell me.
Now look who's trying to find out secrets.
Oh, honey, tell me now. You always do me this way.
Well, now, listen, I always have to ferret out my own secrets from you, but you just work 'em out of me real easy.
Oh, you're going to tell me?
Well, sir, come Sunday, Going to take my best gal dressed up in her glad rags and the finest and take her out.
You are? Where?
There's going to be an all-day singing and dinner on the ground at the church on the ridge.
Oh, boy. Well, just for that, now I'm going to give you an extra popover. Here.
Just on account of that, I'll go fetch up some jam for 'em.
Oh, gee, I can hardly wait till Sunday. Da-da-da-dee-dee, da-da-da-da, da-da-da. Oh, good morning, Jack.
I meant to sneak in quietly. Go ahead. I want to hear you two sing any chance I get.
Well, just for that, I will. Thank you. Here's a rose from the garden where the bloom of romance grows. But I'll keep one part near my aching heart, just a petal from a faded rose. Love is sweet in the morning when the breeze of summer blows, but will fade and die when the winter's nigh, like a petal from a faded rose. Now our love is a memory. Where it's gone, God only knows. But I hold so dear as a souvenir, just a petal from a faded rose. I will live with the roses where the stream of memory flows. And each time I dream, there a tear will gleam on this petal from a faded rose.
Oh, gee, that's really a lovely song, kid.
Oh, I can hardly wait till Sunday.
Yes? What's going Sunday? What's doing Sunday?
Well, I think Jack ought to come along with us, don't you, Lily, up to the church on the ridge where there's going to be some real doing.
Yeah? Well, what's the occasion?
Well, an all-day singing, a dinner on the ground to help raise funds for the church community house. I bet you it's going to turn out to be a real old family reunion.
Boy, I'll say you'll see more Wisemans than you thought were people in this whole county.
They'll all be there, all right. The women folks will bring the eats. There'll be long tables set with fried chicken, baked hams.
Sweet potatoes, roasting ears, and 40-11 kinds of preserves.
Oh, say, that sounds all right. Yes, ma'am.
And, you know, folks just sit around on the ground, eat a while, and sing a while all day.
Oh, it's really a lot of fun. And the kids have such a wonderful time.
You bet they do. Why, I can remember when I was a kid, they'd hold several all-day singings and dinner on the ground the same Sunday. Different churches all around the county, you know.
I'll bet you made every one of them.
Well, we sure did. We'd start out early in the morning right after Sunday school at our church and then start visiting around, eating our way slowly through the fried chicken to the homemade ice cream and chocolate-covered cake.
Oh, boy, you've certainly got my mouth watering.
Well, stuff one of these popovers in it, then.
Well, I certainly will right now.
Oh, say, Scotty, by the time you'd visited around for several all-day singings of a Sunday, what'd you do afterwards?
Well, by about mid-afternoon, we usually snuck off somewhere and took a nap. Maybe after that, we'd all go down to the old swimming hole for a spell. Then we were ready to come home for supper.
Supper? How do you like that? I'm sure looking forward to Sunday, but from what you've said, I don't think I'll be wanting any supper.
Oh, you'll really enjoy it, I know, Jack. Seeing all the families get together. A lot of them have their favorite gospel songs that they've been singing for generations. So the head of one family will get up and lead the whole congregation in his own special hymn.
Yes, sir. All-day singings are great homecomings, all right. A communion of those two great institutions, the family and the church, which have done so much to make our American way of life the best on earth.
Lulabelle and Scotty are going to sing the fine song Scotty wrote about these all-day singings, Homecoming Time in Happy Valley, right after we hear from a friend of yours back home.
It's homecoming time in Happy Valley. All the folks I used to know are gathering in the grove. The church bells will chime in Happy Valley, calling home the good old friends I love. Folks are going to gather from miles around, have an all-day singing and a dinner on the ground.
And send your uncles and your double-buck cousins, gather round and grease you by the dozen.
I'm going down to Happy Valley, sing the good old songs we used to hear. Talk about singing and sweet communion, just come around to the big reunion down in Happy Valley once a year.
There's a time of year when the sun shines soft
And the distant hills are hazy,
when the hay's all packed in the old hayloft
and the cows are fat and lazy,
then it's time to bake an old hickory nut cake
and to season up a few fried chickens.
It's homecoming day down Sweetwater Way, and the folks coming hungry as the dickens.
It's homecoming time in Happy Valley. Folks don't sleep till the roosters crow when picnic day comes round. The wild roses climb in Happy Valley, by the road down to the old campground. Folks are coming dressed in the Sunday go-to meeting, picnic baskets full of good eating.
Some come riding and some come walking, some come a-singing and some come a-talking.
I'll meet you down in Happy Valley when the harvest days have come and gone. I'm a-gonna flirt with a gal named Ida.
You watch your step and keep a sipping that cider
till they sing the last reunion song.
Oh, now I am ready to go on Sunday.
I'm ready to go right now. Get the chores done.
Yeah, me too. See you right soon, folks. When it's morning in the Blue Ridge,
Here beside the lonesome pine,
there's a morning in the
Blue Ridge, and deep within this heart of mine.
Say now, folks, don't forget you're all invited to join your favorite sweethearts of the airways, Lulabelle and Scotty and the Blue Ridge Riders again real soon. This is Jack Stillwell reminding you of your dates for breakfast in the Blue Ridge.
Breakfast in the Blue Ridge with Lulabelle and Scotty. Good morning, good friends. It's breakfast time, and you're invited to join those lovable sweethearts of the airways, Lulabelle and Scotty, for a tuneful time in their home among the laurels in America's beauty-filled wonderland, the Blue Ridge Mountains.
You are cold and wet, but I love it best. It's the Blue Ridge Mountain home.
Lou and Scotty will be waiting for us in their friendly kitchen right after we hear a message from a friend of yours. The air in Toe River Valley is crystal clear this morning. You can look westward all the way to the Great Smokies and north to the Spear Top. It's the kind of a day to make everyone feel just right, especially Lulabelle, who bursts into song as she busies herself with breakfast.
Everybody has a weakness for the funniest thing. Some like cricket in their soup and some like chicken wings. I'm no different from the rest, 'cause I've got a weakness too. But here's what I like the best, and so I'm telling you. I'm Daffy, I'm Daffy, I'm Daffy over Taffy. That's the way to win my heart. If you would be a dandy, then feed me like a candy. I'll stick with you from the start. I'm Daffy, I'm Daffy, I'm Daffy over Taffy. Daffy, Taffy, Taffy, Daffy, and round the oven, loving till it sang. Years ago it was the fashion in that golden age. And when Pa and Mama met, Taffy was the rage. I'm Daffy, I'm Daffy, I'm Daffy over Taffy. That's the way to win my heart. Now if you will be a dandy, then give me some last week's candy. I'll pull with you from the start. I'm Daffy, I'm Daffy, I'm Daffy over Taffy. Daffy, Taffy, Taffy, Daffy, something makes me wish when I got a fistful, pulling Daffy, Taffy with you.
You're feeling chipper as a chipmunk this morning, young lady.
Oh, I sure am. Do you remember the taffy pulls we used to go to?
Oh, I sure do. That song puts your mind on me.
Mm-hmm. You remember, honey, when we were courting the big taffy pull they had over at the Vances? And there must have been a dozen folks there, but I didn't have eyes for anyone but you.
Yeah, that was the night she tried to get me to propose to you, only my mouth was stuck together with taffy.
Oh, you're just making that up. You remember how when we were pulling taffy on a peg and all of a sudden you wanted to kiss me?
So you held me close and run your fingers through my hair. Only you forgot to take the taffy off your fingers.
Oh, I remember that. And you had to have your hair cut the next day and the barber almost scalped you. Oh.
Those taffy pulls were lots of fun. You'll have to have one again some of these days, huh?
Yeah, I'd say so. Hey, what you looking at out the window?
Oh, I thought the truck might be along with those fence posts anytime.
Yes, I sure hope it gets here so you can get busy. I'll even help you myself.
Well, that I'll have to see.
Oh, well, now. I'm a pretty fast gal with a hammer.
Yeah, but you're kind of slow with a skippet.
Oh, I'll have breakfast ready in a couple minutes. Got the table all set?
Yep.
Well, honey, then find something to amuse yourself so breakfast gets done. It'll be right done in a minute or two.
I reckon I'll just pick a little tune.
Okay, you do that. That I want to hear.
When you gonna put that banjo down, Sambo? Kids in the garden rooting up the ground, Sambo. Sitting on the woodpile all day long, singing that same old song. Don't get angry when your dad comes home and the baby's in line. You eat so much it makes you thin, Sambo.
That's you, honey.
Cool in the possum sitting on limbs, Sambo. I set you off to go to school, and you come back up and you're a fool. The wind blows hard, it's flying rain, go stuff your hat, the wind will rain.
Oh, that's a real old tune, isn't it?
Yes, sir, I learned that one from my pappy. Hi, folks, is coffee done? Oh, hi, Jack, it sure is. Come on in, come on in.
Good morning, Jack. Got coffee and some of your favorite biscuits this morning.
Oh, say, that sounds good to me. Here, Scotty, let me help you put those victuals on the table.
Here we are. Say, Jack, did you know our fence post were to be delivered today?
Well, so I judged when I saw those post holes dug in the yard.
Oh, Sugarfoot, is that what you were doing before breakfast?
Yeah, I kind of thought I'd get an early start.
What kind of fence you gonna put up?
Well, Frank Phillips found me some sawmill strips, trimmings, you know, on the
Oh.
outside of the logs where they cut down the timbers. And,
With the bark on them? Oh, those will be pretty.
well, they'll keep the calves and the dogs out of the yard anyway.
Yeah, it'll be kind of rustic like. Oh, say, wasn't it lovely out last evening?
Oh, it sure was. Scott and I walked back into the hills after supper. We were picking flowers.
She walked me to that burn fur. I almost worked up an appetite all over again.
Ain't he romantic, though? Always thinking of something to eat. I can remember walking in the evening with the moon shining through the trees, and the first whippoorwill song gave him an awful thrill.
Well, I must confess there's still something mighty romantical about a whippoorwill's call.
Oh, it seems kind of eerie and mournful to me.
Maybe the reason the bird seems to mourn for trees is because it only comes out at night. I can remember as a kid we used to sit outside after sundown waiting for dark. Soon we could be the first to hear the first whippoorwill's call.
Yeah, well, it may sound mournful and have a funny name, but there's a very romantic mountain legend about the whippoorwill's call. Did you know that, Jack?
No, I didn't.
Well, it seems that when sweethearts hear the first whippoorwill's call of an evening, even if they're far apart, if they're thinking loving thoughts of each other, they'll keep those thoughts for a whole year.
I guess that's why I still like to stroll in the sunset, waiting for the evening shadows to fall to hear the whippoorwill's call. As the old legend goes in the song, it's said that whatever sweet emotions may be throbbing within a fond heart, when listening to whippoorwills singing for a 12 months will never depart.
In just a moment, Lulabelle and Scotty will sing the lovely ballad of the first whippoorwill song. But first, let's hear from a friend of yours back home.
Oh, meet me when daylight is fading and it's darkening into the night, when the songbirds are singing their vespers and the day is vanished from sight. And then I will tell you, my darling, all the love I have cherished so long. If you will but meet me this evening, when you hear the first whippoorwill call. Whippoorwill, whippoorwill, when you hear the first whippoorwill call. Oh, meet me tonight, sweetheart, meet me, when you hear the first whippoorwill call. And in the long years of the future, though our duties may part us a while, and on the return of this evening, we are severed by many a mile. Yet deep in our hearts we will carry the affection so fervent and strong that we pledge to each other this evening when we heard the first whippoorwill call. Whippoorwill, whippoorwill, when you hear the first whippoorwill call. Oh, meet me tonight, sweetheart, meet me, when you hear the first whippoorwill call. Oh, meet me tonight, sweetheart, meet me, when you hear the first whippoorwill song.
Oh, that's really a beautiful story.
Well, thanks. Say, I'd better be see about those fence posts. They gotta be getting long now.
Yeah, me too. See you right soon, folks. When it's morning in the Blue Ridge, here beside the lonesome pine. Yes, it's morning in the Blue Ridge, and deep within this heart of mine.
Your favorite sweethearts of the airways, Lulabelle and Scotty, ask you to join them and the Blue Ridge Riders again. And this is Jack Stillwell hoping you'll accept their invitation for Breakfast in the Blue Ridge. Breakfast in the Blue Ridge with Lulabelle and Scotty.
For it's morning in the Blue Ridge, here beside the lonesome pine. Yes, it's morning in the Blue Ridge, and deep within this heart of mine.
Good morning, good friends. Time again to join your favorite sweethearts of the airways, Lulabelle and Scotty, for breakfast in the big but cozy kitchen of their comfortable home in the Laurels, near the village of Spruce Pine, in North Carolina's lovely mountain wonderland, the Blue Ridge.
To a cozy nest
make my Blue Ridge Mountain home.
We'll join Lou and Scotty right after we hear an important message from a good friend of yours. Six to the bell in Scotty's mountain home, where the chickadees chirp a cheery greeting as we look in on the wiseman. Mrs. W. is expertly flipping buttermilk pancakes on the skillet while making eyes at Mr. W., who has a hungry look as he busies himself setting the table.
Lily, the smell of these hot cakes you're cooking there is mighty near driving me crazy. Can't you do anything to hurry them up a little?
Oh, no, honey, just hold your taters. They have to be brown just right. And besides that, the more you wait, the more you'll eat.
I'm ready for a stack about fence post high right now.
You know, it's such a beautiful morning. It makes a gal feel like singing.
Well, go ahead and sing if it won't slow up the breakfast.
Who's that tapping at the garden gate? Tap, tap, tapping at the garden gate. Every night I have heard of late somebody tapping at the garden gate. What, you sly little gal, don't you know? Why do you blush and falter so? What are you looking for under the chair? The tap, 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 and don't come from there. Every night about 8:30, there's a tap, tap, tapping at the garden gate. Every night I have heard of late a tap, tap, tapping at the garden gate. Oh, you sly little fox, you know, fidgeting about until you go. You drop the sugar spoon, why there it lies. Bless the girl, where are your eyes? If I were able to leave my chair, soon I'd find out who was there. Don't tell me you think it's the cat, 'cause cats don't tap, tap, tap like that. Every night about 8:30, there's a tap, tap, tapping at the garden gate. Every night I have heard of late a tap, tap, tapping at the garden gate. Well, here they come. Get the sorghum out, Sugarfoot.
Hey, wait a minute. You've got another customer.
Well, good morning, Jack. You're just in time.
Good morning, Jack.
Good morning to you. Oh, say, what have we here? Hot cakes
Yes, sir. Buttermilk pancakes.
with fresh churned butter and sorghum. Oh, am I glad I happened by.
Yep, you sure timed your arrival just right.
As usual.
Well, you're as welcome as a steady boarder, Jackson, my boy.
Which I appear to be.
A little more sorghum molasses?
Yeah, thank you, Scotty. Just a little bit. Oh, boy.
Listen, I'll have some more hot cakes in just a minute or three.
Oh, thank you. Are folks from North Carolina the only ones who can cook like this?
Yeah, you gotta be a native to have the knack, I think.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Well, what are you talking about? You're a native Tar Heel, Lily, born right over across the mountain there in Boone.
Yes, I know I was, but I learned my cooking in West Virginia. My ma figured that my bringing up could be done just as well near Elizabeth, West Virginia, as Boone, North Carolina.
Well,
Now,
if this is a sample, she was dead right, too, Lily. Pass the cakes, please, Scotty.
Here you go.
Thank you.
How about you, Sugarfoot?
No more for me now, thanks.
Well, I thought you were so hungry. You only had 10.
Well, I tell you, I got to the bottom of a pretty fair stack. Fetch me that banjo over here, Lily.
Okay, wait a minute.
Thanks. You know, the way Lou's Taffy and Mammy traveled around this section of the country when she was a kid reminds me of an old tune that we used to pick and sing.
Well, you just better watch out what you pick and sing. Oh, Cumberland Gap. I like that.
Cumberland Gap is a noted place, 3 kinds of water to wash your face. Lay down, boys, and take a little nap, 14 miles to Cumberland Gap. Me and my wife have walked all the way from Cumberland Gap. I told my gal, if you don't care, leave my demijohn sitting right here. If it ain't here, when I get back, I'll raise trouble in Cumberland Gap.
Let me sing one of them, honey.
All right.
Woo! Braxton Bragg came up with his band, run all the rebels from the bluegrass land. They burned all the hay and took all the meat, and they left them Yankees with nothing to eat.
Sing 'em, girls.
You better sing them. Too many words for me.
I got a wife in Cumberland Gap. She's got a baby that calls me Pap. I know a gal in Cumberland Gap, don't mind sitting in her sweetheart's lap. By golly, we've been there, too.
Well, sir, you know, Lou, the other day we were talking about Scotty's kinfolk here in Toe River Valley.
Yeah. There's more of them, too. You know what? There's more of them than cones on a pine tree.
Well, I was given to understand. Well, I had the idea then you just sort of married into North Carolina.
Nope, she's a native, but it didn't take. Like she said, her folks moved away to West Virginia when she's just about 6 years old.
Now, 6 months old, honey.
6 months?
Oh, really?
Sure. You see, they were originally from that part of the country, and my dad always did like to move around a lot, so I just happened along while they were in North Carolina.
Lucky for you.
Oh, I don't know. Shucks, North Carolina folks are nice, but there's nice folks all over this country. How about that, Jack?
I'll have to agree with you there, Luther.
Where do you stem from, Jack?
Why, Scotty, I'm a southerner, too. South Dakota.
Well, gee, that's quite a change from this part of the country, I'd say.
It's just about as flat as this country is rugged.
Yeah, well, you know, I don't think it really matters about the geography of a place. It's the friendly folks who are your neighbors who count wherever you are.
You're getting to be quite a philosopher, Louie.
Well, I don't know about that, but I do appreciate good neighbors. You know, my Uncle Carl was that way, a good neighbor. He taught me to play a guitar. And where did you learn, Scotty Wiseman?
From Uncle Honey Waits, and he can still pick a mean 5-string banjo at 90 years old.
Yeah, but he does it left-handed.
Say, did you come from a musical family, Lou?
Oh, sure I did. When I was just a little old teeny young, and my mother used to sing me to sleep, you know, and then as I grew older, she taught me lots and lots of old mountain songs.
Which she probably learned in North Carolina.
Oh, is that so? Honest to Pete. When my mother was a little girl in Elizabeth, West Virginia, she learned those songs at her mother's knee. I'll admit there's some mighty pretty music comes out of these Carolina mountains, but, honey, it isn't the only place where folks can sing and play, you know.
Well, I just always claim to do a little better around here.
Well, honest, Scotty Wiseman, you make me some blame. Just because you got me down here in a cluster of your kinfolks, you seem to think that there's no other people on earth. Well, you're getting just like your Uncle Ben. He thinks if people aren't Wisemans, why, they're just no count at all.
Well, one thing we always claim from my kinfolks, there ain't never been one of them hung.
Ha ha.
Well, sir, I guess in-laws are in-laws, no matter where you be. But just to show that Lulabelle and Scotty's little argument didn't mean a thing, listen to them sing one of their loveliest songs, Twilight is Stealing, right after we hear from your friend back home.
Twilight is stealing over the sea. Shadows are falling dark on the leaves. Born on the night wind, voices of yore come from a far-off shore. Far away beyond the starlit sky, where the love light never, never dies, we met a mansion filled with delight, sweet, happy home so bright. Come in the twilight, come to me, bringing some message over the sea, cheering my pathway while here I roam, seeking that far-off home. Far away beyond the starlit sky, where the love light never, never dies, we met a mansion filled with delight.
kids, anybody who can sing like that together will never have a very serious argument about anything.
Not unless I don't get started on the chores. We got to be getting along.
Oh, gee, Willikers, that's right. See you right soon, folks. When it's morning in the blue ridge, here beside the lonesome pine. Yes, it's morning in the blue ridge, and deep within this heart of mine.
Want all you good friends to join your favorite sweethearts of the airways, Lula Bell and Scotty, and their Blue Ridge Riders again real soon. Now, you will, won't you? This is Jack Stillwell inviting you on their behalf to join them for Breakfast in the Blue Ridge. Breakfast in the Blue Ridge with Lula Bell and Scotty.
Morning in the Blue Ridge, here beside the lonesome pine. Yes, it's morning in the Blue Ridge, and deep within this heart of mine.
Good morning, good friends. Here we are again for a tuneful quarter hour with your favorite sweethearts of the airways, Lula Bell and Scotty. Let's join them in the big kitchen of their home near the village of Spruce Pine in the heart of America's wonderland, the Blue Ridge.
To a cozy nest, it's my Blue Ridge mountain home.
We'll look in on Lou and Scotty right after we hear from a good friend of yours. And see Grandfather Mountain looming in the distance. And this morning its peak seems livid with flame where the sun touches it. Lou, as usual, is readying a He-Man Carolina breakfast. And Scotty, as usual, is impatiently waiting for it. Also, as usual, Lulu's singing as she cooks.
Does the spearmint lose its flavor on the bedpost overnight?
Well, did it?
What, the spearmint?
Yeah.
No, this here genuine post-war quality gum.
You're the only gal I ever knew who could cook breakfast, chew gum, and sing all at the same time and never miss a beat.
Let me tell you something, Bub. It comes from years of practice. Oh, me, oh, my, oh, you. I don't know what to do. Hallelujah, the question is peculiar. It stopped me on the go. I'd give a lot of dough if someone here would tell me, is it yes or is it no? Does the spearmint lose its flavor on the bedpost overnight? If I chew it in the morning, will it be too hard to bite? Can't you see I'm a-going crazy? Won't somebody cook me right? Does the spearmint lose its flavor on the bedpost overnight? Here comes the blushing bride, her sweetheart by her side. At the altar, as steady as Gibraltar, the bridegroom's got the ring. It's just how Courtin sang. He slipped it on her finger, and the choir began to sing. Does spearmint lose its flavor on the bedpost overnight? Would you use it on your collar when your button's not inside? Can't you see I'm practically goofy? Won't somebody put me right? Does the spearmint lose its flavor on the bedpost overnight?
I don't know about the spearmint, but I hope that coffee hasn't lost its flavor.
Well, hello, Jack. Come on in.
Yeah, good morning, Jackson. You hungry?
Oh, as usual, ma'am, as usual. But the most ravenous appetites could be satiated at your bountiful board.
He sure does use highfalutin words. What's he mean, Sugarfoot?
He figures he won't be hungry when he leaves.
I know.
Correct. Can I help you set the table, Scotty?
All done, Jack. Now all we got to do is wait for the food.
Yeah, he'll be coming up here now in just a minute or three. Got some fried ham and new-laid eggs and biscuits.
Oh, yeah, buttermilk biscuits
Yes,
and
sir.
strawberry preserves. Oh, brother, you can't beat this for living.
All right, then. Get busy and live. I'll say one thing for you fellas. You know, it's mighty satisfying to cook the way you two go after those victuals.
Well, say, I almost didn't get here this morning. A couple of stubborn calves have invaded your front yard.
See there? I told you. I've been after Scotty and asked him to get a fence put up around that yard. But nothing ever comes of it. I just can't get that man to do anything, you lazy.
Now, Lula, you wouldn't say that.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe you just do have your moments, so at that. You can sing and play kind of pretty. The only thing is, you take advantage of it to get around me all the time, and I'm getting sick and tired of it.
Well, if that's what it takes to change the subject off of that fence, hand me my banjo over here.
Oh, why didn't I ever take up music?
Oh, Marcy love a song, oh, Miss Love Silk, piggies, they love buttermilk. And ever since this world began, the ladies love a ladies' man. I love to sing a song to the ladies. Love to dance along with the ladies. Wherever I be, on water or land, I found to be the ladies' man. The squirrel, he loved the hickory tree. The clover loved the bumblebee. The flies, they love molasses, and the ladies love the ladies' man. I love to keep bow with the ladies. I love to take a toe with the ladies. As long as I can breathe or see or stand, I found to be the ladies' man. A heap more than the watermelon juice, the possum pie, or the roast beef. Talking of the crazy pan, the ladies love the ladies' man. I love to roll my eyes to the ladies. I love to sympathize with the ladies. You'll find it on the maps and the contract plan. I found to be the ladies' man. Someday this world's coming to an end. I don't know how, I don't know when. That never troubles Sandy Dan, while the ladies love the ladies' man. When I hands in the checks, oh my ladies, might a little like sex, oh my ladies. But wherever I tread, they must understand I was bound to be the ladies' man.
All right.
See what I mean,
Yeah,
Jack?
I sure
See what I
do.
mean?
Hello in there. Anybody home?
Why, Donald Blanchard.
That's right, I'm Donald. Well, I am.
Oh, I know you are.
Hello there,
Hi,
Donald.
Donald. Hello, everybody.
What on earth are you doing way down here in the Blue Ridge Mountains, Donald? So far away from the National Barn Dance.
Oh, my wife wanted a change. We sort of got tired of it all. That is, she was tired of me, and I was tired of hearing her tell me all about it.
Well, what are you planning on doing down in this section?
Well, my wife, she thought it would be nice if we could come down here and get us a little dirt farm. Then later on, when things pick up, maybe we could have it paved.
Oh, I swear, Donald, you haven't changed a bit. Here, sit down and have a cup of coffee. Give him a cup, honey.
I'd rather have 4 or 5 of them eggs.
Well, just help yourself. Start feeding your face. Have you found any likely prospects of a farm yet?
Well, we haven't yet. These folks all seem to be sheep herders and sheep farmers, not sheep herders and sheep farmers, and I don't like sheep farming. I did make a U-turn one time, though.
Well, what's wrong with sheep farm?
Why, yeah, Scotty's Pappy was a sheep farmer.
Well, I don't like sheep. I don't mind raising sheep, but it's the bending over to shear 'em that I can't stand.
Well, why not?
I don't like to have the wool pulled over my eyes.
Oh, no.
That was a bad one.
Donald, as a boy, I used to herd sheep.
What did they say?
Beg your pardon?
Oh, never mind. Anyway, while we're trying to find a farm, I thought I'd look around for a job down here.
Well, what did you have in mind doing, Donald?
Well, I kind of thought that seeing you folks are on the radio, you could maybe use a good singer. I'd like to play a piece for you.
Well, I don't know that...
Oh, go ahead, honey. Let him play his piece. Go ahead.
See, this is a song I wrote myself. You see, my daddy was a farmer, and he had a dairy farm.
Oh, you did? Well, did you used to help him milk?
No. You see, Pa did all the milking, and I was sort of the assistant milker.
Assistant milker?
Yeah, I'd play the guitar and sing while Pa was milking, and the cows liked it so well that they'd jump up and down. All Pa had to do was hang on.
Oh, no.
Song. I milked the cows both night and day and sold all they were giving. Run. I never made much money, but I did squeeze out a living. Well, do I get the job singing on the radio?
Donald, how would you like a job putting up a fence?
I have an idea. We haven't seen the last of Donald here in the Blue Ridge. Nor have we heard the last of Lulabelle and Scotty this morning. They're going to sing the lovely Remember Me right after we hear from a friend of yours back home.
Belong to lovers in the gloaming. The sweetest days were the days that used to be. The saddest words
close of a long, long day. It would be so sweet when all alone I'm dreaming, just to know you still remember me. You told me once that I was yours alone forever, and you were mine till the end of eternity. But all our vows are broken now, and you will never be the same except in memory. Remember me, when the candlelight starts gleaming. Remember me, at the close of a long, long day. It would be so sweet when all alone I'm dreaming, just to know you still remember me.
Oh, say, kids, that is really a lovely song.
I suppose I had better do something about that fence. Well, we got to be getting along.
Yeah, and I'll go with you. We'll see you right soon, folks. And it's morning in the blue ridge, here beside the lonesome pine. Yes, it's morning in the blue ridge, and deep within this heart of mine.
Your favorite sweethearts of the airways, Lulabelle and Scotty, invite you to join them and the Blue Ridge Riders again real soon. And this is Jack Stillwell, hoping you'll accept their invitation for Breakfast in the Blue Ridge. Breakfast in the Blue Ridge with Lulabelle and Scotty.
For it's morning in the Blue Ridge, here beside the lonesome pine. Yes, it's morning in the Blue Ridge, and deep within this heart of mine.
Good morning, good friends. It's time for another tuneful visit with Lulabelle and Scotty, those favorite sweethearts of the airwaves, in their home among the laurels near Spruce Pine, in America's mountain wonderland, the Blue Ridge.
To a cozy nest that I love the best, it's my Blue Ridge mountain home.
We'll look into Lou and Scotty's kitchen in just a moment, but first a message from a friend of yours. Outside the Wiseman's kitchen, the pine trees and laurels are rustling in the breeze that hustles up the valley from plum trees, filling the air with a fragrance that's only approached by the aroma coming from Lulabelle's big cook stove. Scotty, who's already been outside this morning, seems to find the kitchen odors the most attractive, as what man wouldn't.
Fried taters this morning, huh, Lily? You sure can cook 'em just right and brown.
Well, you can't hurry him by crowding the skillet. Scotty, do you remember the first meal I ever cooked for you?
I'll say I do. That was while we was courting, wasn't it?
Yeah. I remember you were coming for supper, and I made Mom let me cook it.
Yeah, and I arrived a little early, and...
Oh, I'll say you did. And, you know, I was so excited meeting you in the parlor that I let the fried chicken burn to a crisp.
Yeah, and we wound up out in the kitchen eating crackers and stewed tomatoes.
Yeah, I did manage to save those.
Well, I can tell you right now, I was a mite skeptical about your handling of the groceries that night, gal. But I sure got over it since.
Oh, a lot of funny things happened during those courting days.
Just like in that song we used to sing, remember? When Paul was courting Ma.
Oh, yeah, well, keep going, keep going. Sing a little first, honey.
I asked my pa, where did they go when folk went courting years ago, with no amusements like we have today?
The radio was then unknown. They just had Grandma's gramophone, but still they fell in love and life was gay.
Oh, they didn't have no airplane, didn't have no streamlined trains, but they had lonely country lanes when Pa was courting Ma.
The movies didn't talk or sing. Ragtime wasn't known as swing.
But I had fake could buck and wing when Pa was courting Ma.
And they had fun, they didn't miss a single hucking bee.
Then coming home, they'd steal a kiss and Pa'd say,
Gosh, and Maud say,
the most important thing somehow. They all knew for Yule aloud that love was love, but same as now when Pa was courting Ma. You sing it pretty good this morning.
They didn't have no electric light, just for lamps they spoon each night.
But still and all, they did all right when Pa was courting Ma.
Didn't ride by a motor car, weren't so darn particular.
But they got every bit as far when Pa was courting Ma.
They didn't have no commentator with the news broadcast.
They listened in on the party line and they got the news darn near as fast.
They were old-fashioned days, I guess. Still old folks had some success. But when he asked her, she said yes.
When Pa was courting Ma. When Pa was courting Ma. Oh, that was really fun.
Hey, if you two lovebirds can get the honeymoon over with, I'd come in for a cup of coffee.
Well, good morning, Jack. Here, let me fix the door. Go on in.
Good morning.
Ah, good morning, Jack. Come in and sit down,
Thank you.
fella.
Hi. Hey, Scotty, I'm keen you since you were down at the sawmill yesterday.
Don't tell me that you finally got into it.
Oh, yep. Finally got some fence posts. Frank's going to deliver them today or tomorrow.
I never thought I'd live to see the day, so help me, I didn't.
Say, I see Donald's working at the sawmill now.
Oh, yeah, he's been there several days.
Yeah. Say, Scotty, get your banjo and pick tune. I'll finish setting the table there for you. Go ahead.
Well, I guess that's a fast shake. Now, here's the real old timer.
He's going to set the table. I'll help him a little here, Jack.
All
If you're
right.
going to set it, I mean. Really an old timer. My daddy used to pick this on the banjo, too.
Let's sing one. Your voice is ringing my silver bell. Under its spell, I come to tell you of the love I am bringing o'er hill and dale. Happy will bell my silver bell.
Oh, that's gooder.
Oh, that song's older than you are, Lily.
Well, I hope so. 100 years or so, anyhow.
Hello there. Is anybody?
Why, look who's here. Come on in.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
The same to you. Remember me? I'm Donald. Well, I am.
Well, of course we remember it. Donald, I hear you have a new job.
Oh, that's right. I'm working down to the sawmill now.
Well, how do you like it, Donald?
Oh, just fine. You know, I never did think I'd like the lumber business. I was afraid they'd get me out on a limb.
Oh.
But I like it fine.
That sawmill's quite a ways from Spruce Pine, Donald. How do you get to work?
Oh, that's no problem. See, my wife and I, we each have a motorcycle.
A motorcycle? When'd you get those?
The other day. See, the other day, my wife was down at the mill and backed our car into the buzzsaw.
Oh, two motorcycles.
Well, what do they have you doing down there, Donald? Cutting down the big trees?
No, I'm not in that department.
No?
You see, the strongest and smartest men cut the big trees, and then the next strongest and smartest, they cut out the big timber. Then the next strongest and smartest, they cut the planks.
Well, what do you do?
I make shingles.
Oh. They say, do they pay you pretty well?
Oh, you bet. I'm making good money. See, when I first went to work for a sawmill, I thought I might have to take a cut. But I'm making good money.
Do they work you pretty long hours?
Yes, that's why I'm doing so good. See, I'm getting in a lot of overtime. When I come home in the evening and tell the kids a bedtime story, I always start out with, Once upon a time and a half.
Oh, golly.
But I don't know if I'll like the lumber business very good for very long. I might get bored. I'd like to get on the radio.
Oh, my.
See, I've got a new song, and I'd like to sing it for you, too.
A new song?
Yeah, just listen to this. I bought 2 cows away down...
Hey, that's the same song you played once before.
Oh, no, different words. Oh, I bought 2 cows away down south. They turned out to be friends. Guitar run. When I brought them north, they wouldn't give milk 'cause they couldn't stand the yank. Ain't that a Jim Dandy?
Donald, maybe you'd better go back to the lumber mill and take up the musical song.
Just only jealous.
Lunabelle and Scotty sing the lovely song of home where the Mohawk close tonight, right after we hear from a friend of yours back home.
When the shadows of night start to gather, then I dream of the days long ago. And it seems I am back with the old folks, where the waters of the Mohawk flow. There's a house that I knew in my childhood, with a light in the window so bright. And I know that my mother is waiting, for my heart is where the Mohawk flows tonight. I am sad when the night shades are falling, as I watch the sunset fading light. And it seems I can hear voices calling, oh, my heart is where the Mohawk flows tonight.
Join Lou and Scotty for breakfast of yours who has something important to say. On a clear morning like this morning, a fellow can shout from the hills above Spruce Pine and hear the echo come back all the way from Linville Falls. It's the kind of day when it's nice to meander up to the Wiseman home and hear Lunabelle singing all the way.
Springtime is coming, sweet lonesome bird, and I hear, while down in the meadow so lonesome you're singing, while the moonlight is shining so clear. I know he's away in the far distant land, a land that is over the sea. Him singing your sweet little song, and tell him to come back to me. Sweet bird, sweet bird, oh, tell me, is my darling still true? Sweet bird, I'll be just as happy as you. Here on my finger he placed a gold ring the day he was leaving his home. I promised I'd be his own dear little girl, and I'd love him wherever he'd roam. I know he's away in a far distant land, a land that is over the sea. Go fly to him singing your sweet little song, and tell him to come back to me. Sweet bird, oh, tell me, is my darling still true? Sweet bird, I'll be just as happy as you.
Very nice, gal. You sound right kicked this morning.
Well, I'm feeling the same way, too. I told Jack to be sure and get here early this morning because I have to get up to the community house.
Well, he certainly is taking heed. Here he comes, huh?
Oh, you wouldn't be late, not that boy.
Hi, Jack. How are you?
Good morning to you. Morning, Louis.
Good morning, Jack. Take off your hat and sit down a spell,
Thank you,
fella.
that I'll do. Hey, speaking of hats, that was a fetching little creation I saw you wearing downtown last evening.
Oh, well, thank you. I got it from Donald.
He's working over at the Eli Ladies Ready to Wear Emporium now.
And say, speaking of Donald, here he comes.
Oh, yes, it wasn't that I think he was. I'd imagine.
Well, good morning, good people. I trust I find you well. I trust I find you well. I'm Donald. Well, I am.
Well, we knew it.
So what brings you up so bright and early this morning?
Well, when Lulabelle was in the store yesterday, she wanted to find out about some high-button shoes.
Oh, did you get me some?
No, we don't have any in stock, but one of our clerks thinks he can locate some for you. He has shoe-button eyes.
Oh, God.
Donald, I didn't know you were working at the E-Light shop.
Oh, sure. I've been there for a week now. Yeah.
Oh, you have? Well, tell me, how's business?
Well, not so good. But the customers don't steal, my partner does.
Oh, Daffy.
Oh, we had a young girl come in the other day, and she stole a petticoat.
Yes.
But I didn't do nothing about it, though. It was her first slip.
Oh, you crazy.
Speaking of slips, this is the dirtiest business. You know, you find all about women. You really find them out. They come in and they spend $5 for a slip. I think, isn't it funny that a woman will spend $5 for something that she's afraid will show?
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Of course, it doesn't matter. But my wife came in yesterday, and you know she's pretty fat. And as she was walking down the aisle, she kept knocking things off the counters, off both counters. And I said, "Dear, can't you walk sideways?" She said, "Can't you see I haven't got any sideways?"
Oh, she's not that fat.
But my wife has a habit of buying a hat just about every time she's down in the dump. And when she puts it on, you can sure tell that's where she got it.
Say, well, tell me, Donald, are you pretty happy there at the store?
No, I'm not really, Lulabelle. Somehow I just don't feel right in women's clothes. They don't look so pretty good either. I still want to get on the radio, and while I was down at the store, I made up a brand new song. I want you to listen to it.
Oh, here we go again.
When a woman's feeling lower than the blade on my lawnmower, she goes out and buys another hat. And if things are going wrong and the urge to kill is strong, then she goes out and buys another hat. Somewhere flowers in the front, somewhere feathers in the rear, while some just wear the price tag slightly over their left ear. They never need a reason, and it's always just a season for a woman to go out and buy a hat.
Oh, sir, I'll say. Now, that's pretty good, I think. What do you think, Jack?
Well, I think it's all right. What do you think, Lou?
Well, I think we've got a song that would be right appropriate for Donald. Help me out, Scotty. Listen to this, Donald.
Good.
I'm going back. Hey, Ron, where I come from.
Where the honeysuckle smells so sweet, it
Turn your mixes quick. I used to think
she used to think.
that life was humdrum.
You don't think.
But I sure learned a lesson that is bound to stick.
There ain't no use of me pretending. The city just ain't no place for a guy like me to end in.
Going back
I'm going back
to where I come from,
where the mockingbird is singing in the lilac bush.
I used to go
She used to go down to the station every evening just to watch the Pullman train come rolling in.
And then one night,
Yes, and one night
that great temptation got the best of me, and here is where it all
I
began.
took my hat
He took his hat,
and $14.
all he had.
I went through all the troubles of this life that always follows.
When you're rich
Oh, how rich
and hunting romance, but your hunting days are over, I can tell you.
I'm afraid they are.
No, they are.
Hear Lulabelle and Scotty singing a lovely song like I'll Remember You Love in My Prayers. They'll sing it right after this announcement.
When the curtains of night are pinned back by the stars, and the beautiful moon leaps the sky, when the dewdrops from heaven are kissing the rose, it is then
if on the wings of some beautiful dove, in haste with the message it bears, to bring you a kiss of affection and say, I'll remember you, love, in my prayers. Go where you will, over land or the sea, I will share all your sorrows and cares. And at night when I kneel by my bedside to pray, I'll remember you, love, in my prayers. I have loved you too fondly to ever forget the love you have spoken for me, and the kiss of affection still warm on my lips when you told me how true you would be. Now I know not if fortune be fickle or kind, or if time on your memory wears. I know that I love you wherever you roam, and remember you, love, in my prayers. Go where you will, over land or the sea, I will share all your sorrows and cares. And at night when I kneel by my bedside to pray, I'll remember you, love, in my prayers.
Oh, that I really like, kid. Don't you, Donald?
I sure do. They sing right pretty. I sure wish I could.
Well, stick with it, Donald. Stick
That's
with it.
right, that's right. We're glad that you could be with us this morning, Donald. See you right soon, folks. When it's morning in the blue ridge, here beside the lonesome pine. Yes, it's morning in the blue ridge, and deep within this heart of mine.
We'll expect you all to be with all of us, Lulabelle and Scotty, the Blue Ridge Riders, and yours truly, Jack Stillwell, the next time you're all invited for Breakfast in the Blue Ridge. Breakfast in the Blue Ridge with Lulabelle and Scotty.
For it's morning in the Blue Ridge, here beside the lonesome pine. Yes, it's morning in this heart of mine.
Good morning, good friends. Your favorite sweethearts of the airways, Lulabelle and Scotty, want you to make yourselves comfortable for a spell in their home that nestles at the foot of Grandfather Mountain in that scenic wonderland, the Blue Ridge.
To a golden nest that I love the best, it's my Blue Ridge mountain home.
We'll meet Lou and Scotty in just a moment. Now let's hear from a good friend of yours. It's real early of a mountain morning when we join Lou and Scotty in the kitchen. The sun is still a ruddy glow in the heat, but there's a cheery fire in the big cook stove where Lulabelle is readying one of her scrumptious southern breakfasts.
Oh, I thought you'd sleep later than you did, Lily, after working so late putting up that fence last night.
Nope, had to be up and doing. Got a hungry man to feed. It was after dark, though, before we got through, wasn't it?
Yeah, but the fence is all finished, thanks to your help. And you won't have to be getting on me again about that.
I'll think of something else.
Well, even that don't scare me today. It's going to be a beautiful morning.
Oh, dear.
Here's the morning glow.
Honey, why don't you get your banjo and let's sing now? We haven't sung that for a long time.
Oh, sure. I'm right in the mood.
I miss you.
Morning glories glow, where the sun comes peeping into where I'm sleeping and the songbirds say hello. I want to wander to the wildwood where the rippling waters flow and go drifting back to time. morning. Down where I was born, where the morning glories wind around the door at early morn. Now I've forgotten just why I went away, but I want to wander back again to the fields of new mown hay. I want to wake up in the morning where the morning glories glow, where the sun comes peeping into where I'm sleeping and the songbirds say hello. I want to wander through the wildwood where the rippling waters flow, and go drifting back to childhood where the morning glories glow.
Ah, that's what I like to hear. The notes of a lovely, cheerful song wafted on the soft morning air.
Winnikers, Jack, feeling poetical again this morning.
Good morning to you, Jack. Feel well?
yes.
Come on in.
Good morning to you all, and who wouldn't feel poetical on a day like this? Felt so good, he even got up early. Glad to see you did, too.
Well, on account of the coffee, son. Help yourself, Jack.
You're so right, Lulabelle. I tell you, that song sounded so good. How about you two doing another one right now? I'll help you right out here.
Oh, I don't want
The way you brag on us, who wouldn't pick and sing
Oh,
for you?
Jack, you're a good fellow to pick and sing for us.
Sing a little song and well and smile and give your blues a shake. Cause the sun puts cold feet under your eyes and wrinkles all over your face. Oh, the clouds might roll away, clouds might roll away. I don't care how hard it rains, and clouds might roll away.
A little bird in a gilded cage might have been a whistling yet, but he flew out one rainy night and got his whistle wet. Oh, the clouds went roll away, clouds went roll away. I don't care how hard it rains, and clouds went roll away.
A woman's mind is always clean, I've heard the people say. And the reason why they say like that is to change them every day.
Oh! You want to be like that? I know one, too. A man is like a lightning, but they never change their mind. Keep on running around in the dark with their headlights on behind. I like that.
I fell in love with a pretty girl, but she didn't seem to care. I gave her an electric fan, and she gave me the air.
Oh, I know another. Now there's a fella right over there with a mustache on his mouth. It looks just like he'd swallowed a mule and the tails are hanging out. Oh, the clouds went roll away, the clouds went roll away. I don't care how hard it rains, and clouds went roll away.
Oh, that's my kind of singing. I like that.
Say, Jack didn't even mention our new friend.
Well, that's right. Didn't you notice it when you come up the path there?
Yes, I did.
Ain't it just as pretty as it can
Oh,
be?
you bet it is. It's very unusual.
Oh, well, I guess you mean those bark-covered posts and slabs out. Yeah, they're sort of different.
Yeah, well, the way it's put up now, what do you think of that? I helped.
I've never seen anything like it.
You haven't? And I helped and all that, and we worked till way after dark.
Well, I haven't seen it in the daylight yet.
Me neither, I haven't.
Oh, you haven't?
Mm-mm.
Well, Scotty, I'll tell you. I'll help Lou here, and suppose you stroll out and take a look.
It's a good idea. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be out in a minute. Got to straighten up a little around here. I declare I can't stand a messy kitchen. I believe that there was a fire in the parlor and I was stacking dishes or cleaning up around the kitchen, I'd finish them before I went in to put it out.
Well, your kitchen always does look neat as a pin.
Well, thank you.
Lou.
Huh?
What in the world were you doing putting up those fence palings there last night?
Why, honey, what's the matter?
The new fence, why, the whole side where you were nailing on the rails. Why, it's all, you got to see it to appreciate it.
I thought it looked a little
Well,
peculiar.
what happened?
I'm doggone if I know, but ever blame one of those palings you put on as crooked.
You mean where I put them on?
Yes, where you put them on.
Well, gee, Winnikers, honey, it was dark and I couldn't see very good out there.
Yeah, but even where you started before dark, they were all... Well, you saw it, Jack. How about it?
Well, one side of the fence did look kind of different.
Different? How?
Well, like the pickets had been put on backwards or wrong side, too.
Oh, my gosh. I know what happened. I nailed up the fence left-handed. Oh!
Well, it looks like Scotty will have a little more work to do on that fence today. But now, Lulabelle and Scotty are going to sing one of the fine old gospel songs which have long been favorites of so many of you. We'll hear One Step More right after this message from a friend back home.
Mother's long been over yonder. She'll be waiting for me too. She'll be oh so glad to see me, proud to know that I pulled through. She will be the first to greet me when I enter heaven's door. Oh, I'll soon be with you, Mother, for it's only one step more. One step more from earth to heaven. Soon I'll reach that blissful shore. Soon I'll join my friends up yonder, for it's only one step more.
I'll say yes, there's a lot of requests singing that kid.
Well, I got to get started on that fence, left-handed.
Well, gee, honey, I'll help you. No, I guess I'd better not. See you right soon, folks. Don't worry about nothing.
Friends, be sure to be with us again as guests of Lulabelle and Scotty. The Blue Ridge Riders will be there, and so will yours truly, Jack Stillwell, for Breakfast in the Blue Ridge. Breakfast in the Blue Ridge with Lulabelle and Scotty. Good morning, good friends. Join us once again for a breakfast visit with those two favorite sweethearts of the airways, Lulabelle and Scotty, in their skyland home among the laurels in America's scenic wonderland, the Blue Ridge Mountains.
You are cozy, down off the fence. It's my Blue Ridge Mountain home.
We'll step into Lou and Scotty's kitchen just as soon as we hear from a good friend of yours. Let's meander through the woods, up the path that edges a laurel thicket, its leaves shiny with dew, and into the home where we know we'll always find the harmony of true friendliness as well as that of song with Lulabelle and Scotty. And speaking of song, Lou has one on her lips right now.
Single girl, round the town she flies. Married girl, rock the cradle and cry. If you are a single girl, single you should stay. Don't become a married girl, read your life away. Single girl, lives the life of thee. Married girl, has a boss to please. If you are a single girl, single you should stay. Don't become a married girl, read your life away. Oh, a single girl can always change her mind. But a married girl is married all the time. If you are a single girl, single you should stay. Don't become a married girl, read your life away. Oh, single girl wears rings and things like that. But a married girl wears last winter's hat. If you are a single girl, single you should stay. Don't become a married girl, read your life away.
Now, I just bet you that you don't mean a dad-burn word of what you said there.
You know I don't. But it's kind of a cute little old song, isn't it?
Sure is. It has been for a long, long time, too.
Well, that isn't one of those real old-time songs, is it?
No, it don't date back with Barbara Allen or some of those. Most of those songs are brought over from England, you know, and Europe. Single Gal is just a homespun mountain product.
Howdy, good friends, howdy.
Oh, hello, Jack. Hello.
Good morning, Mr. Stillwell.
Well, good morning.
I trust you're gay.
Sure, I am. And it seems as though I heard the strains of a lilting song as I came up the path. Guess I missed something.
Oh, no, I was just singing a little old song about a single girl.
Oh, Sean, that's one of my favorites, too. Say, speaking of singing, those were mighty interesting stories on mountain songs Mrs. Henry wrote for the Spruce Pine paper some time back.
Yes, they were. I read those.
Oh, how come I missed them? Probably because you always manage to hide the paper after you read it, honey. I never can find it. Where put it anyway?
Well, the stories, they tell how the first songs were brought to the mountains by the early settlers who'd brought them from the old country.
And I was surprised to learn many of those songs were already 200 years old when they were first introduced over here. Yeah. Like old Barbara Allen, for instance.
Mm-hmm. Winnikers, and it's still popular.
Mm-hmm.
I hope some of your songs last that long, Scotty.
Well, there's one thing sure, I'll never know it if I do.
Say, Scotty, were you familiar with that child collection of ballads that speaks of in Mrs. Henry's article?
Yes, some of the real old-timers still remember when Professor Child came through here looking for mountain music. He finally collected more than 300 authentic folk songs around here.
You know, I can remember my mother telling me that. She told me that some years ago, folks were just real reluctant in this part of the country to sing old ballads for strangers, just like they were ashamed of them or something.
Mm-hmm. Well, in that case, it's a good thing you and Scotty were natives, so you could capture some of the best ones for future generations.
Well, I don't know.
Well, of course, nowadays, what with the radio and all, that kind of music's got popular. And today you'll find the folks in the mountains anxious to sing it for practically anyone that asks them.
I expect that's right. Mrs. Henry says the most popular of the old songs around here is the Hangman song, and I don't believe I've ever heard it.
Oh, it's awful sad, Jack.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it is. When it came over from England, it was originally known as the Maid Freed from the Gallows. And there were several different versions of it.
Well, do you know it?
Yes, I learned one version as a boy. Let's see, it goes, Oh, hangman, hangman, hold your rope. Slack it up for a while. I believe I see my father dear. He's traveled for many a mile. Oh, father, father, have you brought me gold? Or have you paid my fee? Or have you come to see me hanged all on that lonesome tree?
Oh, honey, don't sing it. That's such a sad one. I tell you, I like mountain music, all right, but something a little livelier. That's plumb sad.
I agree with you, gal. You know, that song, though, it goes way back and it tells the way while the poor gal waits for every member of the family to buy her pardon. Finally, her own true love shows up with his gold and sets her free.
Well, I'm glad to know anyway it had a happy ending.
Well, it must have been mighty nerve-wracking for that poor girl for a while, though.
Yes, I expect so. Of course, I guess so much of that old music being really stories in song was sad because it told of real tragedy.
That's right. You know, like the famous ballad written by Frankie Silver just before she went to the gallows. She was the only woman ever hanged in North Carolina. Happened over 100 years ago.
Well, they still have a local custom that song is never sung in the presence of one of her kin.
Oh?
Now, me, I tell you, I like a song like Cripple Creek. There's a real old-fashioned mountain song with zing. That's the kind I like.
Oh, and I kind of favor that one myself, Lou. Remember
Hey, you
that?
do? Stop. Well, I'm glad that you...
Britches to my knees, roll my britches to my knees, roll my britches to my knees, wait old Crip Creek when I please. Going to Crip Creek, going and run, going to Crip Creek, have a little fun. Crip Creek gal, don't you care. Crip Creek gal, now don't you care. Crip Creek gal, now don't you care. You better be making that wedding dress. Down on Crip Creek gal's hat roll, down on Crip Creek gal's hat roll, down on Crip Creek gal's hat roll, comb their hair with a catfish comb. Now, there's one even I could learn to sing. That's the nice part about our music. It's something everyone can sing, whistle, hum, or play. Everybody.
And you know, your next-door neighbor may be the best ballad singer in the world if you catch him unawares. He wouldn't do it for you otherwise.
Yes, as Mrs. Henry says, the finest ballad singer she ever heard, she never saw. He was just a boy who came by her house early every morning, and because he was singing for the pure joy of it, he really captured the spirit of mountain music. Yes, and Luna Bell and Scotty captured that spirit, too, especially in their own lovely mountain song about the place they love. They'll sing Carolina Mountain Home for you right after this message. Carolina Mountain Home, where skies are blue. Carolina Mountain Home, where hearts are true.
Take me back to the shack where I long to be.
Lay my head on the bed my mammy made for me. Carolina hills, I'm blue, lonesome just for you. Blue Ridge, my mountain home. Like you, I'm blue every day. Home, folks, my home, I'm coming home. Never again will I stray. Carolina Mountain Home, where skies are blue. Carolina Mountain Home, where from here. Carolina hills are blue. Lonesome just for you.
Oh, that's really grand, kid.
Thank you, Jack. Thanks. That about does it for this morning.
Yeah, for the time being anyhow, but we'll see you all right soon, folks.
When it's morning in the blue ridge, here beside the lonesome pine. When it's morning in the blue ridge, and deep within this heart of mine.
Now, be sure to be on hand with Luna Bell and Scotty, the Blue Ridge Riders, and yours truly, Jack Stillwell, won't you? When it's time again for Breakfast in the Blue Ridge. Breakfast in the Blue Ridge with Luna Bell and Scotty.
For it's morning in the blue ridge, here beside the lonesome pine. Yes, it's morning in the blue ridge, and deep within this heart of mine.
Good morning, good friends. Again, you're invited to breakfast with your favorite sweethearts of the airways, Luna Bell and Scotty. Join them in the big kitchen of their home among the laurels in the heart of North Carolina's scenic wonderland, the Blue Ridge Mountains.
To a coastal land that I love the best, it's my Blue Ridge Mountain home.
We'll join Lou and Scotty in just a moment, but first, let's hear from a good friend of yours. Ever been out in the country on the kind of day you could just feel happiness in the air? Well, that's the way it is in the Toe River Valley this morning. And that's the way it seems to be in the Wiseman kitchens. For there we find Luna Bell and Scotty at their favorite pastime, singing a song.
What are little girls made of, my love? What are little girls made of? Sugar and spice and everything nice. That's what little girls are made out of.
Well, what are little boys made of, my love? What are little boys made of? Snakes and snails and puppy dogs' tails. That's what little boys are made out of.
What's a young lady made of, my love? What's a young lady made of? Of paint and of powder with a few clothes about her. That's what a young lady's made out of.
Well, what's a young man made of, my love? What's a young man made of? Hair grease and collars and very few dollars. That's what a young man is made out of.
What's an old maid made of, my
I don't
love?
know, you saved
What's
me.
an old maid made of? Rustles and bats and lapdogs and cats. That's what old maids are made out of. Night kittens.
Well, what's an old bachelor made of, my love? What's an old bachelor made of? Nickels and dimes and a bald head that shines. That's what a young bachelor's made out of.
What's a married woman made of, my love?
Yeah, who cares?
What's a married woman made of? Chatter and chins and big rolling pins. That's what a married woman's made out of. I got you there.
Oh, is that so? All right. Well, what's a married man made of, my love? What's an old ugly lop-eared snaggletooth bow-legged pigeon-toed old dribble snooty married man made of? Grumble and fight and stay out all night. That's what a married man is made out of.
We better stop there.
I like to sing that because I always get the last word.
Oh, yeah, me too. Well, just see. I've got the table all set now. Is there anything else I can do for you?
No, honey, you just sit down and read your paper and tell me the latest news.
Well, here's a right interesting story about Andrew Muxon.
Let's see. Oh, yeah, grand old man of Spruce Pine. Oh, I've heard of Mr. Muxon. Folks around here certainly think mighty highly of him, don't they?
Well, now they ought to. After all, well past the age when most men retire from business, he just started in. Saved a local concern.
I remember something about that. Seems that...
Yeah, when Andrew Muxon was 80, he came to
Yeah.
Spruce Pine to reorganize the Spruce Pine Mica Company. He found it several $1,000s overdrawn, lots of past due taxes, and several creditors fixing to bring suit against him, it says.
Oh, well, that's not a very encouraging picture for a young man, let alone an old feller of 80 like that. Poor little
But as the
man.
paper says, Andrew Muxon waited until he was
80 to start a new business. Now, at 89, he's made a success of it and still enjoys his work thoroughly.
Never again let me hear you blame your slowing down on your age. Never again.
All right, gal. You know, that sort of gives the truth to the old adage, a man's as young as he feels, don't it?
Sure does.
Oh, look, there comes Jack. Hi, young fella.
Hello yourself. How are you?
Come on in. Come in and sit.
Well, I'll just do it.
Morning, Jack.
Morning
You'll
to
have
you.
something ready to eat before long now.
Well, thank you. That sounds good to me. Oh, say, Scotty, see,
Yeah.
you got the paper there. Did you see the write-up of the school doings?
Boy, I sure did. You didn't ask me, but I did. It said some mighty nice things about young Dick Crane, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, and they sure had the school fixed up nice. All decorated, didn't they?
Oh, my, yeah. The rooms with all the pictures on the wall. Some of them look pretty good, too, if I have to say so.
It reminded me of the time we held an art exhibit at school. I think I was in the 4th grade.
What happened?
Well, I'd spent a lot of time drawing a very beautiful basket of fruit, and it was to be hung on the wall for all the parents to see.
And I suppose your parents came and were very proud of their little tow-headed young'un?
I'm not so sure, because imagine how I felt when I ushered my folks into the room and up to the picture and found it had been hung upside down.
Oh, no. Oh.
Well, what do you know? Maybe it looked better that way.
It could have.
No throwing off on you, but you know some of these modern paintings, these, what is you call them, sir? Something anyway. I don't know.
I know.
Anyway, I think a lot of them would look better upside down.
Or turned towards the wall.
I know what you mean, Lou. Say, you getting ready to flip griddle cakes there?
He's hungry.
I sure am. Why?
Well, let me do it here, will you? Oh, I really get me enjoys flipping hotcakes, especially when accompanied by some real good singing.
Well, we might try to provide a substitute for that. Anyway, what do you say, Lola?
Well, it's all right if you flip the cakes just so you don't flip them all around the kitchen like Scotty did one time.
Oh, I'll be very
Well,
careful.
if you're going to do my work, the least I can do is to entertain. Isn't that right, honey?
Mm-hmm.
You get your banjo and let's sing Cindy. That's an
I'll
old
get the flipper.
timey. You get the pancake turner and start flipping,
You bet.
boy.
Cindy, you remember that, don't you, Lily?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I do.
Starts out like this.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes they kind of get away from me. Have you seen Miss Cindy? She lives away down south. She's so sweet the honeybees form around her mouth. Get along home, home, Cindy. Get along home. Get along home, home, Cindy. I'm gonna leave you now.
I wished I was an apple hanging on a tree. Every time that Cindy passed, she'd take a bite of me. Oh, get along home, home, Cindy. Get along home. Get along home, home, Cindy. I'm gonna leave you now.
Cindy's got religion. She had it once before. When she heard that banjo, she was first on the floor.
Once I had a banjo with strings were made of twine. The only tune that it would play was Wish That Gal Was Mine.
When you go fishing, fish with a hook and line. But when you go to marry, why, never look back behind.
Get along home, home, Cindy. Get along home. Get along home, home, Cindy. I'm gonna leave you now.
I didn't know what was going to happen there. We were in a wrong gear.
That started just fine. Now, if you'll just sit down at the table, here's the first batch of cakes.
Oh, you eat those, Jack. You and Scotty. I'll put on some for me.
Well, aren't I doing all right here?
Oh, sure.
I'll cook up another griddle for you. Just start right in there.
Well, that's all right.
Well, I already have. Say,
Yeah?
you know there was a piece in the paper about Lake James?
Where you boys go every summer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it seems they've had some fellows from the State Department of Conservation studying whether there was any fish in there or not. I don't know.
I thought mostly folks around here fish the streams.
Oh, they do, but every summer a few of us fellers get together and go over to the lake for a few days.
Yes, it's a strictly no women allowed trip, you know.
Oh.
I don't see why us gals couldn't go along with you. After all, we're good cooks. and we-
Now, Lula.
I like
Now,
to fish
listen,
pretty
Lily.
good myself.
You women just don't understand about fishing.
Yeah.
I guess not.
Well, Scotty, what did those state fellas find out? Are there any fish in Lake James?
Oh, sure. They found quite a lot of them.
Well, I could have told them that. For heaven's sake, there's bound to be fish in that lake. Certainly, all the time you fellas have been going up there, you certainly never took any out of it, so there's bound to be some.
Well, I don't know about Scotty's prowess as a fisherman. But with Lulabelle, he can certainly put a sweet song together. Right after this announcement, you listen to them sing, Don't You Remember the Time?
When the little birds and the flowers fall asleep, memory brings back a picture complete. Dear little girlie of mine, when the silvery moon was a-smiling from above, you were smiling too on your only turtle dove. We were contented, for we were in love. Don't you remember the time? When the shadows fall and the stars begin to peep, when the little birds and the flowers fall asleep, memory brings back a picture complete. Dear little girlie of mine, when the silvery moon was a-smiling from above, you were smiling too on your only turtle dove. We were contented, for we were in love. Don't you remember the time?
Oh, that's grand, kid.
Well, thank you, Jack.
Yeah, goodbye, folks.
Lulabelle and Scotty want you to be their guests again, along with the Blue Ridge Riders and yours truly, Jack Stillwell, when next it's time for Breakfast in the Blue Ridge. Breakfast in the Blue Ridge with Lulabelle and Scotty. Good morning, good friends. Join us now for another cheery breakfast with Lulabelle and Scotty, those favorite sweethearts of the airways, in their Skyland home among the laurels, in the heart of the scenic wonderland, the Blue Ridge.
To a golden that I love the best, it's my Blue Ridge mountain home.
We'll look in on Lou and Scotty right after we hear an important message from a good friend of yours. To the east, a long, trailing plume of white smoke drifts across an otherwise cloudless sky as the train from Spruce Pine begins its morning run. And as though given the pitch by the sound of its whistle, Lulabelle and Scotty start a song about another railroad.
Out from the blue Pacific to the broad Atlantic shore, she climbs the flowery mountains where tumbling waters pour. She's mighty tall and handsome and known to one and all, the regular combination called the Wabash Cannonball. Oh, listen to the jingle, the rumble, and the roar.
glides along the woodland o'er the hills and by the shore. From the lakes of Minnesota to the great Niagara Falls, no chances to be taken on the Wabash Cannonball. Oh, here's to Daddy Clarkson, let him go forever free, and long he'll be remembered in the courts of Tennessee. He's been a good old rounder when the curtains round him fall. They'll carry him back to Dixie on the Wabash Cannonball. Listen to the jingle, the rumble, and the roar as she glides along the woodland o'er the hills and by the shore. From the lakes of Minnesota to the great Niagara Falls, no chances to be taken on the Wabash Cannonball. Honey, you know what you ought to do? You ought to write a song about a railroad sometime. Why don't you?
Oh, I reckon I'm about the only person who hasn't done that. There must be a song about pretty near every railroad in the country by now.
I know what. You could write one about the Tweetsies.
Ah.
Of course, it would have to be a short song on account of it's such a short railroad.
Has to be sung kind of high, too, on account of that railroad's way up in the mountains.
Oh, you're crazy.
Hey, sounds like folks are having a mighty good time at this house.
Well, Jack,
morning.
come on in and join us, son.
Are you pierced this morning?
I sure am,
Well,
Willer. How are
glad
you
you're
feeling?
Well, I'm just fine and dandy. I was just telling Scotty he ought to write a song about a railroad.
Oh, you mean like Casey Jones or the Wabash Cannonball, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's how come she thought of it, I guess. We was just singing about the famous Wabash train.
I expect one reason so many songs were written about the railroads, there's so much excitement connected with them in the early days, huh?
Guess you're right there. The great iron horse rode on ribbons of steel that tied our country together. And the men who built them and ran them were heroes, so naturally songs were written about them.
You know, my favorite has always been Casey Jones.
Casey Jones?
Yeah, I saw some time ago in the paper the other day I was reading it where the railroad folks recognized what a feller he really was, too, and they dedicated a plaque to his memory.
That's right, I remember that. I always did like that song, even before I knew there was a real Casey Jones. I remember Billy Murray singing it on our old phonograph.
Oh, yeah, he did a wonderful job.
Mm-hmm.
Honey, why don't you sing it? You know it, don't you?
Well, I can't do it like Billy Murray did in the old days. But I'll try it mountain style.
That's good enough for me.
Oh, come on, you rounders, if you want to hear the story of a brave engineer. Casey Jones was a rounder's name. On a 6-8 wheeler, he won his fame. The caller called Casey about 4:30. He kissed his wife at the station door. He mounted to the cabin with his orders in his hand. Took a farewell trip to the promised land. Casey Jones, he mounted to the cabin. Casey Jones with his orders in his hand. Casey Jones, he mounted to the cabin. Took a farewell trip to the promised land. He looked at his watch and his watch was slow. He looked at his water and the water was low. He turned to the fireman and he said, we may reach Frisco, but we'll all be dead. I'm going to run her till she leaves the rail, 'cause I'm 8 hours late with the Western Mail. So open up your throttle and shovel in your coal. Put your head out the window, watch the drivers roll. Now Casey pulled up that Reno hill. He tooted for the crossing with an awful thrill. The brakeman knew by the engine's moan that the man at the throttle was Casey Jones. He pulled up within 2 miles of the place when old number 4 stared him right in the face. He turned to the fireman and said, boy, you better jump. 2 locomotives are going to bump. And when they bump, they'll ball the rail. There'll be nobody left for to tell the tale. Casey Jones, 2 locomotives. Casey Jones are going to bump. Casey Jones, the 2 locomotives, yes, 2 locomotives are going to bump. Now Casey said just before he died, there's 2 more roads that I'd like to ride. The fireman said, what can it be?
He said the Atherton, Topeka, and the Santa Fe.
All right, say that's real high.
Got on the wrong train.
Well, that's all right. We get the same place.
Say, speaking of railroad, Jack, have you ever ridden the Tweetsies?
The Tweetsies? No, I haven't. But now, where have I heard of the Tweetsies?
Why, it's right down here in the Blue Ridge country. It's the highest railroad in the eastern part of America. and it runs from Johnson City to Cranberry.
Oh, sure. Now I remember.
Yeah, it used to run all the way to my hometown of Boone, but they had a cave-in a few years ago and never did get it fixed.
Washout, yeah.
A washout? That
Yeah.
was, well, same difference.
Not long before that, they'd almost decided to do away with the road entirely. They said that trucks could carry the mail more efficiently.
Yeah, but the folks along the line got real indignant, and they wouldn't let it be replaced.
Well, how come?
Well, after all, it's about the only transportation there is into some parts of that mountain country.
And not only that, but the Tweetsie is a different kind of a railroad. Sure, you know, it pokes along over the mountains. It used to take 4 hours to go about 66 miles. But the folks on it are so doggone friendly.
And they don't talk the way they do on the big railroads. Our little old Tweetsie, instead of bellering, "Board," Bill Sisk, the conductor, will say, "Well, I reckon it's time we got started." They go. That's all there is to it.
Bill Sharp, our famous rider down here, calls the Tweetsie the Iron Angel of Mercy. It's often stopped at a lonely mountain cabin where someone lay dangerously ill and carried the patient around the rim of Grandfather Mountain to the hospital. Saved many a person who had no other way of getting to a doctor.
Well, I expect there'll always be a Tweetsie, just as there'll always be a Grandfather Mountain. As the engineer always says, so friendly-like when you get off, y'all come back and ride with us some more.
Life is like a mountain railway. We hope ours can always be as helpful as the Tweetsies. After this announcement, Lulabelle and Scotty sing that favorite gospel song of the hill country, Life Railway to Heaven.
Life is like a mountain railroad with an engineer that's brave. We must make the run successful from the cradle to the grave. Watch the curve that fills the tunnel. Never falter, never fail. Keep your hand upon the throttle and your eye upon the rail. Blessed Savior, thou wilt guide us till we reach that blissful shore where the angels wait to join us in thy praise forevermore. As you roll across the trestle, spanning Jordan's swelling tide, you behold the Union Depot into which your train will glide. There you'll meet the superintendent, God the Father, God the Son, with a hearty, joyous plodding, weary pilgrim welcome home. Blessed Savior, thou wilt guide us till we reach that blissful shore where the angels wait to join us in thy praise forevermore.
Well, that's one we all want to ride.
That's right, Jack. Are you coming, Lily?
Yeah, I'm afraid we'll have to go now. See you right soon, folks. When it's morning in the Blue Ridge, here beside the lonesome pine. Yes, it's morning in the Blue Ridge, and deep within this heart of mine.
Be sure to join those favorite sweethearts of the airways, Lulabelle and Scotty with the Blue Ridge Riders and the Old Dropper Inner.
Jack Stillwell.
That's right. Next time for Breakfast in the Blue Ridge. morning, good friends. Again, you're all invited to join Lulabelle and Scotty, those favorite sweethearts of the airways, for a visit in the kitchen of their home among the laurels in the lovely Pearl River Valley country in the scenic Blue Ridge Mountains.
To a cozy nest that I love the best. It's my Blue Ridge Mountain home.
We'll join Lou and Scotty for breakfast right after we hear from a good friend of yours who has something important to say. A mist is rising in the Pearl River Valley this morning, clinging to the laurel thickets and the branches of the tall pines, until finally it gives itself up to the warm sun, and the world is crystal clear. A beautiful morning to look in on Lulabelle and Scotty.
Scotty, you remember a song we used to sing on the party line?
Oh, yeah. Kind of a silly old thing, wasn't it?
No, sort of, but let's sing it. Come on, let's do
Oh,
it.
now listen, we can think of a better song than that thing.
Now, honey, get your banjo and I'll get the guitar and let's sing it. I sing a lot of songs that you don't want it sometimes.
Well, all right, if you say so. Fool song about a fool gadget. I never heard it.
Once we had a peaceful village out around our way. All the neighbors got along so well until one day the telephone company came to town and put in party lines. And since then all the neighbors have been quarreling all the time. On the party line, on the party line, all the neighbors listening on the party line.
When I was walking home one day, a neighbor said, "Hey, Jim, I hear that mother-in-law of yours is moving in again." "That's news to me," I says to he. "How did you find it out?" He pointed to the telephone and then began to shout, "On the party line, on the party line, all the neighbors listening on the party line."
When I was walking home one day, oh, that's you sang that one. I better sing a different one. The editor of our paper is as mad as he can be. He said that he is going to sue the telephone company. Because since they put in party lines, there's no news to be told. By the time he gets it into print, he says his news is old.
On the party line, on the party line, all the neighbors listening on the party line.
That's a lot of truth.
Now, doesn't that put you in mind of anything?
Yeah, it sure does. The principal thing the party line telephone's done is to extend the back fence for gossiping purposes. What's more, it keeps you right in the house. You don't even get the fresh air like when you're leaning over the back fence.
Oh, that isn't what I meant.
Morning,
You
morning
make
in
me
there.
so blame mad at you.
Oh, Jack, good morning. Hello, come on in.
How are you, young fella?
Oh, fine. I would have been here sooner, only just as I was leaving, I had a phone call.
Oh, speaking of telephones,
Now, you see, Luna, delays, just caused by the telephone.
Well, it was a pretty important call, business call.
see?
That's another thing. On account of that gadget, he had to talk business before breakfast. Never heard of such a thing.
Oh, excuse me. I want to see about something in the front room.
Hey, come back here. How about these eggs?
You watch them.
What's the matter with the missus?
Ah, she's gone and got some newfangled idea about installing a telephone.
Oh, yeah, she mentioned the other day, I believe. That she
Wrong
might have-
number.
What?
Oh, I put the wrong number of eggs in a skillet. Jack always eats 3.
No, I don't. I never eat more than 2.
Oh, dear, I've got to go back to the front room. Scotty, put a cover over those eggs and set them off the stove and sing a song or something, a good loud one, a yodel.
Now, what in the world has got into these?
Well, I don't know, but that singing's a good idea. You get your banjo and I'll cover the eggs.
Well, I always fall for that line. Here's an old one you might remember. Left her standing there with a doodad in her
Oh,
hair. I was
that's
just
good.
thinking about that this morning. I left her standing there with a doodad in her hair. But I guess she didn't care so much for me. 'Cause I heard that she was wed, and I wished that I was dead. But the chances are I live till 93. If you think this song is silly, just go ahead and laugh. But the heart of this hillbilly is busted right in half. 'Cause I left her standing there with a doodad in her hair. but I guess she didn't care so much for me. Just standing there with a doodad in her hair. And I thought when I come back she'd be my bride. But when I got out of sight, she didn't lose a night till someone else was sitting by her side. When she said goodbye, she whispered, you know I love you best. But I bet $2 she whispered the same to all the rest. Cause I left her standing there with a doodad in her hair. And I guess she never did care so much for me.
Oh, my, that was something.
Now, don't start that again, Lula. You know, Jack, I was down at Barry's store some time ago, and they were showing this telephone off to Uncle Mike Wiseman. Telling him how fine it was and all, that he could talk to his wife with it. He said he didn't allow us how he could on account of she was over at the Spencer's. The Spencer's had got a phone, so the boys at the store called up and asked for Uncle Mike's wife. Just about the time he got on the phone, a bolt of lightning struck the party line, knocked Uncle Mike down. He jumped up and brushed himself off and put down the receiver and says, yep, that was her, all right.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
What was that?
What? What was what? I didn't hear anything.
That ringing.
Oh, honey, it must be your ears. Maybe you're catching a cold. Here, I better go get the thermometer and take your temperature. I bet you must
No, it come from the front room. I'll just go and see what's going
Oh,
on.
my gosh, now you'll find out, and I'll be in the doghouse for a week.
Now, Lily, haven't I told you? Why, of all... Jack, you know what she's done?
Well, no, what?
She's put in a party line telephone here in the house.
Oh, dear. Well, Sugarfoot, hey, listen. Why don't you pick up the receiver and listen?
Oh, yeah, Scotty. As long as
Good
it's
idea.
there, you might as well see what you can hear on it.
I'll have this dad burn thing took out of here. That's what I'll... Well, what do you know? I just heard Frank Phillips say he's driving to Burnsville this morning. I'll just walk over and see if I can't go with him.
Why don't you just call him up on the phone?
What? Oh, sure, I will. You know, I always did say a feller really has to keep up with the times these days. Can't be too old-fashioned. Need all the modern improvements.
Yes, Scotty, a fella certainly does. But when it comes to singing, we'll take the songs that never grow old. Like this one, Lulabelle and Scotty sing for us right after this announcement. Time will tell.
Today, the sunshine of your smile has warmed this lonely heart of mine.
But when the twilight fades away, I'll be the one you left behind. Time will tell if you were right or wrong when you said that we must part. Time will teach me to be brave and strong. Time will heal this aching heart.
And though you leave me nothing more than precious memories to recall,
It's better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all. Time will tell if you were right or wrong when you said that we must part. Time will teach me to be brave
Say, we'll have to have that one again right soon, kids.
That suits me. How about you, Lily?
It sure does. See you all right soon. When it's morning in the Blue Ridge, here beside the lonesome pine. Yes, it's morning in the Blue Ridge, and deep within this heart of mine.
Now, don't forget your next date with those favorite sweethearts of the airways, Bluebell and Scotty, the Blue Ridge Riders, yours truly, Jack Stillwell, for Breakfast in the Blue Ridge. Breakfast in the Blue Ridge with Bluebell and Scotty. Good morning, good friends. Join us once again for a breakfast visit with those two favorite sweethearts of the airways, Bluebell and Scotty, in their silent home among the laurels in America's scenic wonderland, the Blue Ridge Mountains.
To a cozy nest that I love the best. It's my Blue Ridge Mountain home.
We'll step into Lou and Scotty's kitchen just as soon as we hear from a good friend of yours. Well, tonight's the night of the first square dance in the new Spruce Pine Community House. And this morning in the Wiseman kitchen, we find the members of that fine fiddle band, the Blue Ridge Riders, up for a practice session before going to work. And right now, they're listening to Lou and Scotty.
Got my Sunday shoes on, I got my hair slicked down. Gonna have a big time tonight. Gonna get my honey and take her into town. Gonna have a big time tonight.
Going to the hoedown in my Sunday clothes.
Gonna have a big,
And we'll still be dancing when the rooster crows.
gonna have a big time tonight. Hear that fiddle singing? Gonna have a big time tonight. Hear that banjo ringing? Gonna have a big time tonight.
Take that old accordion and give it a great big squeeze. And if you feel like whistling, why, whistle all you please. Just pucker up.
Never mind the weather, it won't do no harm. Gonna have a big time tonight. Applejack and cider bound to keep you warm. Gonna have a big time tonight. Grab that gal and swing her and lift her off the ground. Gonna have a big time tonight. Don't see those balance and three hands around. Gonna have a big time tonight. Yes, sir. Boys, with you fellas playing the hoedown, and you doing the calling.
We really will have a big time tonight.
Yeah.
You know, I just can't hardly wait for you fellas to see how pretty we fixed up the community house. You'll think mighty highly of your women folks when you see it.
How about the easel? That'll make us think mighty highly of the gal.
Don't you worry, there'll be plenty of victuals for everybody.
Say, Luler, you aim to sing a song tonight?
Well, I don't know. I really hadn't thought much about it.
Yeah, not much. She's been trying to decide for 2 days what song she'd sing.
Oh, is that so?
Well, pick one out, and we'll see if we can't afford along with you.
Well, I think I'll just sing this here, and after the way my old man was talking, I think it's kind of appropriate, too. Waiting at the church. I'm in a nice bit of trouble, I confess. Something tells me I will never be the same. I should by now be a proud and happy bride, but I've still got to keep my single name. I was proposed to by Obadiah Peak in a very gentlemanly way. Lent him all my money so that he could buy the home, and punctually at 12 o'clock today, there was I, waiting at the church, waiting at the church. He left me in the lurch, he did. Now when I found he left me in the lurch, oh, how it did upset me. All at once, he sent around a note. Here's the very note. This is what he wrote. Can't get away to marry you today. My won't let me.
Hey, what's going on? It seems like I'm missing out on...
Morning, Jack.
I kind of thought the party was being held tonight.
Oh, Jack, this is just a warm-up.
Oh.
But we got some refreshments.
Yeah?
How about some coffee and shortening bread?
That's for me, thank you.
I'll have a little more of that myself if I can.
Oh, why, you bet you can, Donald. You just help yourself. Are you going to be there tonight, Jack?
Oh, you bet I will. And I've been in training after that last square dance. Road work, hour a day, light shadow stepping, and pre-soaking of my feet in salt water.
You ought to be ready for anything after that.
Yeah, just so I don't get a partner bigger than I am for one of those fast dances.
Well, say, now, maybe you'd better get in a little practicing this morning. There may be some new calls that Scotty will use. He's been known to, that little rascal has.
Well, I don't want to overdo this training.
Oh, no.
Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I got an old call that's been used in these parts a long while, but I didn't call it last time. I expect to use it tonight, though. Maybe Lula here will show you how it goes.
Okay, well, honey, do you mean the one that starts out, we all hold hands and form a big
Now,
band
that's it. Maybe you better explain how it goes.
Well, now, just don't get me all confused like you did the last time.
Oh, I wouldn't think of it.
Mhm.
Let's listen. I'll just take it real slow, and then we'll walk through the first part.
All right.
Now, you're always on my left. See, I'm always on the right. Then we all hold hands and form a big ring, circle going to the left, all the way around and halfway back. Then we break out of the ring when he says the first couple out, that's us. See, then we break in out of the ring. Then we form a star, and then right hands across. Do you understand?
Oh, yeah. Sounds real easy.
Oh, it is.
All right, come on, let's go.
Ready, boys? What are we going to call to? Let's play Miss McCloud's reel. Swing the gal that looks so neat, and now the one with the great big feet.
You don't mean this.
Hey, wait a minute.
Go to fine. 4 hands up, 4 in a row. 2 little ladies, do-si-do.
There'll be two little gals.
Oh, that's Turnip. You swing Ma, and I'll swing Pa. Swing that gal from Arkansas.
There you go.
Here's the one you want to get now. Bird in the cage and crow in the corn. Come, Aunt Danny, and blow your horn.
I'm supposed to be in the cage, see?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm in the cage.
Now, Jack, bird hop out and the crow hop in. 4 hands around, and you're gone again.
He says, go hop in, that's you. You get in the middle there.
I'll get in the middle now. All right.
Get out in front. Now, grab her hoodie and run away. Take her home and let her stay. You know where, and I don't care. Take your honey to the rocking chair. Come on, Jack. Twirling, Lula, twirling. Twirling's good.
Oh, here we go. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Overdone it.
Hey, stop spinning. The music's over.
Stop. You overdone it.
Oh, where am I?
Oh, here, sit down a minute. Here.
Okay.
No, not there. Over here. Sit down.
Oh. Whew. What'd you say they called that piece?
Miss McLeod's reel.
Well, I can certainly see why. Boy, am I reeling.
Well, we'll be back in a minute, folks, but while Jack is unreeling, let's listen to a friend of yours back home.
The church on the Ridge Community House is finished, and there'll be laughter and gaiety there tonight. But on Sunday, when the good people come to worship, the church will ring with the fine old gospel songs, like this one Lulabelle and Scotty sing. Hold to God's unchanging hand.
Time is filled with swift transition, nor of earth unmoved can stand. Build your hopes on things eternal. Hold to God's unchanging hand. Hold to God's unchanging hand. Hold to God's unchanging hand. Build your hopes on things eternal. Hold
God's unchanging hand. Trust in Him who will not leave you. Whatsoever years may bring, if by earthly friends forsaken, still more closely to Him cling. Oh, to God's unchanging hand. Oh, to God's unchanging hand. Build your hopes on things eternal. Oh, to God's unchanging hand. Oh, to God's unchanging hand. Oh, to God's unchanging hand. Build your hopes on things eternal. Oh, to God's unchanging hand.
Well, that was mighty uplifting, kid.
Thank you, Jack.
Thank you, Jack. Glad all you boys could be over.
Oh, we sure are. And you too, folks. We'll see you right soon.
Blue Ridge, there beside the lonesome pine. Yes, it's morning in the Blue Ridge, and deep within this heart of mine.
Those favorite sweethearts of the airways, Lula Bell and Scotty, invite you to join them, the Blue Ridge Riders, and yours truly, Jack Stillwell, again for Breakfast in the Blue Ridge.